What happened?
You're fired.
Nothing happened.
Good.
Oh, the first thing is Andrew's gonna do the live read.
I will.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Make sure you say the tagline at
I
the
will.
end.
I will.
Lower me.
Lower you?
Now that you're talking.
You are. Wait, is that you?
Yeah.
Check.
Good.
Okay.
I'm doing the live read.
Yeah. Well, you could do it. You could start. It starts.
You want me to
it starts
do it
the
now?
show. Yeah, we start the show with it.
Are you ready?
Yeah, we're recording. Yeah, and go.
Hover.com. Go to. What does he say? I fucked it up. Well, I am doing exactly what he does every week.
Right. Yeah, just stutter through it.
Yeah.
I love those motherfuckers.
Yeah. Hover.com. Go to gfq.hover.com. Use promo code LUN. That's Loon. And get 10% off your entire purchase. Hover.com. I love those motherfuckers.
Right.
And what does he say?
Put on your shit kickers.
Strap your shit
strap
kicks.
on your shit kickers. You're in for a hoot of a ride. Some shit.
Something like that.
I don't know. Something like that.
All I hear is fuck, fuck, fuck.
Jesus.
And I am Lunatic Radio.
This is Bert from Seattle, Washington, and I am Lunatic Radio.
This is Chris from Tampa, Florida, and I am Lunatic Radio.
Hey, I'm Ace from Orange County, and I am
I love that.
Lunatic Radio.
Hey,
Shot
this
of the
is
old
Elizabeth from Chicago. How you guys doing? And I am Lunatic Radio.
This is Duzio in Salt Lake City, Utah, and I am lunaticradio.com.
How do you do internet radio?
Dumb Broad and Rocket Show.
It is, how do you say shit?
We're an internet radio show, but most of our listeners don't even know what the internet is. By the way, that's what my ass sounds like at 3 a.m. You don't hear this shit on the fucking Piers Morgan show.
I like Seinfeld and Wrangler jeans.
I don't think I've ever heard Wolf Blitzer ask a correspondent, is she Dunsville?
I always feel like we have to defend ourselves when we have guests in.
Do you have a Valentine?
Do I have a Valentine? I have Rock, and I'm gonna jizz in his face.
No, you're not.
Oh God, I've seen these guys pound each other in the ass in every break.
It keeps us motivated to
Yeah,
the next segment.
it humbles us. I'm full scumbag.
Yeah, you're full scumbag,
Yeah.
but you associate with the scumbag, which makes you at least partial scumbag.
Son of a bitch.
Rock, you have a question for Brittany?
Not really.
You guys are the butthole surfers.
That was easy.
I love Rocket. He's such a fucking asshole.
This is Lunatic Radio.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to the lunaticradio.com show remix.
Oh, shit.
I'm in a kid and play movie.
Shut up. It's the lunaticradio.com show live every Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Emails at the show at lunaticradio.com or hit us up on the drunk call hotline, 202-206-LOON, 206-202-LOON, 206-202-5666. It's a very special show.
It's not too late to call the drunk call hotline.
No. Get him in now.
Well, this is the show that Kieran would call the Three Homos and Some Beer Show.
Right. This is a let's get things in order. Hi, this is Rock. We got Club Jelly Simon. Actually manning mic 1 today.
And the soundboard.
And Andrew Zarian. Yes.
I thought I would have mic 1. I'm a little.
Well, he got here earlier.
That's fine.
Yeah.
All right. I like Simon.
Yeah. And Kieran's in Arizona. So welcome to the lunaticradio.com show.
Hi, everybody.
Shut up. No one cares. There's a microphone.
Is Fat Kev there?
Yeah.
Talk to Fat Kev.
I think we're done with you already. Can we get Fat Kev there? This is
Down under.
Yeah. So Kieran is in Arizona, and he couldn't see the show not airing for 2 weeks. So we're doing this show, and he's Skyping in, and I needed to occupy the time live with people, so I had Andrew Simon, who I know can fill time wisely and well. How's it going, Kieran?
Well, the idea was to have Andrew maybe host a show because he hosts like 8 of them. So I was
nine
now.
now.
Can do my show.
I'm at 9, Kieran. I'm about to jump off a bridge.
We could talk about
9 shows, so I figured he could do it. But Rock wants to take over, and Rock's doing an absolute. You're doing a horrible job so far, Rock. So
Great.
congratulations.
Thanks. So Kieran's audio is already breaking up, which is exactly how I would like it. So this is going to be a unique show. We really don't have a ton of show prep, although Simon did bring some material, which is impressive. Probably the most material ever prepared for this radio broadcast. And on top of that,
in a year, not just an episode, in a year.
In a year. Well, I would say the entire lifetime of this program. And on top of that Sunday of show preparation, we actually have the cherry on top, which is an actual bit for this radio program that we will be doing today. It's shocking that we actually going to do this, and I hope it goes over well, and I hope Kieran does not commit suicide after this.
What is the cherry on top?
We are going to be debuting
sure.
the K.I.E.R.A.N system. This is where you're.
Great!
I thought it's just saying fucking going like this.
Well, it could be.
Isn't that the K.I.E.R.A.N system?
It really is.
Because that's what we call it at the network.
Is that like Pavlov's dog?
Yeah,
I
think it's cocksucker. That's the Kieran system.
I mean, that's pretty much what we refer to as the Kieran system internally at GFQ network.
Right.
Does this have to do with like my broads and the way I get broads or something?
It may or may not, but we're not going to just jump into it like you like to do with every show, where you got to go through the entire set list of material within the first 10 minutes. We're going to space it out.
I was actually trying to help you out there, Rock. I was trying to segue into something.
Well, you failed. You failed miserably. So what are you doing over there? What do you got going on in Arizona? What are you doing?
Nothing. I just decided to I like the folks. I like hanging out with Fat Kev. It's beautiful out here. I love playing golf with my dad. So
how many rounds of golf have you played?
Literally, I've played.
No, figuratively.
No, good point.
Right.
I played every day other than yesterday, and I think I played a couple days of 36 holes. So played a lot of golf.
Kieran,
a lot of beer drinking too.
I am, and I've said this to Simon, and I will openly admit it on this radio program, that I am completely jealous of Kieran's lifestyle. He is the only man, the only 30-something-year-old man who could be like, you know what, I'm in Arizona. I'll stay out here another week. No big deal.
Oh, was he? Were you not supposed to come back?
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna stay out here longer. Yeah, I'm just gonna stay out here, whatever.
Did you even have a return trip ticket when you went?
No, I did. I did. And Kevin and I got drinking one night, the night before I was leaving, and he's like, dude, you gotta freaking stay. And I was like, I don't think I can stay. I got things to do. I got bills. I got this and that.
Wait.
Hold on.
Define things to do.
Yeah, define things to do, because this is...
Masturbate.
Name 2 things that don't involve your hand in a computer.
Well, work and doing stuff for the show. Well, the show's my thing. This is what I love to do, so I wanted to do a show.
What would you have done for the show?
Ooh, good question.
Well, stuff. I would have been there. We would have had good material going right now. Yeah,
what?
We're talking about me, Arizona.
I think this is groundbreaking stuff here. Shut up. You don't know what you're talking about.
I'm just admiring the backdrop. Is that a pool behind Kieran?
It's a pool, a golf course, and a palm tree.
That's excellent. All I see is just a pixelated blur of blue. And Kieran's stupid hat.
Look at Andrew getting in there. Look at him just jumping in.
You don't like my hat?
I don't know. It's a little silly, Kieran. I, as the most flamboyant man on the network, would not wear that hat.
Well, with that hair, do you even put a hat on?
No, I can't put a hat on.
It's sacrilegious.
Yeah.
This coming in from one of the chat rooms. We're going to sort this out, but one of the chat rooms right now looks like Andy Dick on location. And coming in also, we should.
Oh my God! I look like Andy Dick.
Yeah.
Jesus.
On vacation.
And someone should suggest you should just move out there permanently, just so that the Rocket Radio Hour could really spread its wings and
But
fly.
Is there a lot to do there in Arizona?
Unfortunately, the Rocket Radio Hour started out as an hour and then end up being the Rocket 15 minutes because Rocket's lazy.
Right. Is there a lot to do in Arizona?
Yeah.
I think
Arizona,
so.
What do you do?
Arizona gets a bad rap, but it really is a great state to come to. I mean, obviously everybody carries a gun, so everybody's kind of nice. But I mean, literally, if you can stand the heat, which is not too bad, you can. If you're a golfer, you can play golf for like $10. It's like no problem, and you can go up north to Flagstaff and be in snow within 2 hours. It's a pretty, and plus the girls at ASU, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Jessica's dad lives there in Arizona.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I remember going out there. It's a blast. I love going out there.
See, I've never traveled. I've only gone to California when I was a kid, like I was like 5.
Right.
And I've gone to Florida a few times, and I absolutely hate Florida. I hope the entire place just gets destroyed. Yeah, I absolutely hate Florida.
I concur.
And okay, so a wise man here. And then I've gone to, and then I've done a couple cruises, but the only real trip I've gone on is to Aruba.
Okay. Well, wait, hold on. Let's back up. What's so wrong with Florida?
Oh, it's disgusting.
I liked it. I like when I went. South Beach, that was a fun place.
The weather is atrocious. The people are all meth heads and rednecks.
Yeah.
I went to a winery, and there was a giant Confederate flag in the tasting room.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Here's a glass of Pinot Grigio.
Yeah. So wait, why don't you travel that much?
Because I don't leave my house.
You should though.
Why? I'm fine.
You don't.
Right.
Oh, so you don't care.
No, you know what?
You're
If
not
I
missing
go,
anything.
If I go away on vacation, it has to be 5 days. We went to Aruba for 5 days.
Right.
That was it. I was maxed out. I was done.
Sure.
I hate Florida because as a kid, my parents loved Florida. It was like, we were a middle class family, so we would go to like a shitty Western inn in Florida somewhere, and then my parents would decide they were going to move there. So they would put the house on the market. They would sell the house and then decide this is the worst idea ever and not move. So it would be like a whole ordeal every 3 years. So I think I'm like fucked up internally from Florida.
Sure.
But Broward County is a piece of shit.
Throwing it out there.
I'm just saying.
Shout out to
and
Broward.
You hear, I mean, not even counting Casey Anthony, but whenever you hear some fucked up story in the news, 9 times out of 10, it's based out of Florida.
Didn't Fark.com have an entire section dedicated to Florida?
Exactly.
It's an awful place where awful people live.
Yeah.
It's a fact. It's like Australia.
The reason why it's awful is because everybody from New York and New Jersey goes down there.
Right. They just migrate there.
There's only, outside of family that I have that live down there that are nice, the only 4 people worth visiting in Florida are the Golden Girls.
Aw.
Yeah. See, I have family down there, and they're not nice.
Thank you for being a friend.
So wait, so you like cruises though? You said you went on a cruise.
Yeah, and then I get sick.
Oh.
I like it for the first 3 days. After that, I got really sick, and I have to take what is that?
Dramamine.
Dramamine, but I have to take it like a lot of Dramamine, so I become like this drug addicted zombie.
Now I always thought that if you got sick once you were kind of out of sight of land, that usually leveled itself out.
Yeah, but I'm fucked up in the head. Like I think I just keep going with it.
No, but I just think that it's odd that you're okay the first few days and then not.
No, the first day or two I'm okay. After that, like I'm done. I just start throwing up everywhere.
You sure it's not all you can eat crab legs?
What was that, Kieran?
The one thing you'll learn about Andrew is the most delicate man alive.
And I love that about him. It's a sweetness to it that he's so fragile.
Yeah, me and Rock over here, we've been having our dates on Saturday.
Yes, a Saturday afternoon soirees or whatever you want to call it.
Drinking Chardonnay and watching The View, you faggots.
more like drinking Pinot Grigio and sitting at the bar and getting business advice from the bartender.
Right, which is weird.
Because that's manly.
Yeah.
Was it good advice or
No,
was
it's
it
awful.
don't be a bartender?
You know what he is? He's one of those.
His heart's in the right place, you know.
But he's one of those where he says, "You know what you should do? You should do a show. You know those guys, Opie and Anthony. You should do what they're doing." Like he's one of those. Ever heard Howard Stern? Now he's onto something good.
He's ahead of the
That guy
curve.
made a career for himself.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
you're 46 and tending bar in an afternoon.
Yeah,
to two guys.
Hey,
That's
I
it.
can't really knock him too much because my beer will be barely finished and he's filling it up.
I know.
again,
He's a
so.
good dude.
Nice guy.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a guy that's good for something, right?
I think you should go in next time and be like, you ever see Cocktails? You kind of should be like Tom Cruise.
You know what's interesting though? This is the best part of this. I've had drinks with Kieran. We've done after the show. We go out generally when I'm here.
Yeah.
And we'll drink to like 1:30 in the morning at the diner.
Sure.
And we'll pound like an entire 24-pack of beer. We'll drink all the beer in that place.
Right.
And it's so different drinking with you, because I feel like it's this different. I feel like you're like my sophisticated cousin, and Kieran and I are the lowlifes from like the city.
Yeah, Kieran will do that to you.
And we're just like, we're drinking, we're like, those fucking guys, and we're like cursing, and we're talking about broads.
Right.
And with you, like
Yeah,
I'm having
no.
a discussion about, I don't know, some pretentious music while drinking some pretentious drink. It's the greatest thing ever.
Yeah, I've seen Adam use that little red straw they give you.
Hey, now, come on now. The ice is too cold.
The pinky up?
Yes.
Andrew and I drink like we're 19 from mastic.
That's not a compliment.
No, it's not a compliment.
That's not a compliment.
No, it's not.
I was down a lot of 6 Point last time we were there.
And I'm drinking Bud.
Yeah.
It's weird though. I get like a
You get the
look.
import.
Yeah.
But like when I drink with you, I get a look from the bartender like, oh, you don't know anything. Here's your stupid Budweiser and get pounded on 30 of these while you're sipping. You know, I get like this this weird look from the bartender, and I never understood that.
I don't know why that. I don't know why that is. I mean, that place we go to, they have a nice selection of beers.
Yeah.
So.
But I want to drink like 50 of them. You know what I mean? Like I'm walking home, so I want to get pounded.
Sure.
No, that's the wrong word. I want to get.
Don't worry, Kieran's in Arizona.
Kieran's in Arizona, and yeah.
I want to go to the park and get pounded.
Yeah, I don't know. I just tend to treat beers.
There's a fucking delay on this thing.
What?
Yeah.
He has a delay.
Yeah.
No,
I'm just gonna shut up until one of you guys intro me in.
Right.
Can you just move the camera a little to the right? So you were saying, Andrew?
It's like a cat with a ball of yarn. No, I treat beer like I do wine, so I enjoy all the. As a matter of fact, I was in Pennsylvania over the weekend, and we stopped at this beer distributor, and you could actually buy one-offs of the beer, and you can mix and match.
Oh, that's cool.
So, like, I bought one beer, Old Stock Ale, which you're actually supposed to keep for at least a year before you drink it.
See, I feel like Kieran when I go out with you. Like I thought I'm like the one that knows. Like one thing you told me.
You feel like
Kieran,
dipping, and you want to just start pounding one out.
Yeah. Like I'm
Do you touch your abs when you're out?
I do, and I dye my hair. I get loaded, and I get women to dye my hair and paint my nails.
By the way, every time Kieran's in Arizona, it turns into a roast. I really don't know why.
But you know what you said to me once? I was explaining something to Kieran, and you turned to me in front of him, and you go, "You got to keep it simple for him. It'll just go over his head."
Right.
And he looked at me and goes, "He's right." And I feel like that when I'm with you, when you're talking to these people about places upstate and drinking at certain places, and you're like, "Oh, this place has a great selection of this," and I'm like, Corona? Like, I don't know.
Right.
And I thought I'm the smart one.
I was actually getting into a conversation about the Maine and beer distributors and how they, beer companies, how they share the same plant and things like that. So,
Do you know
Kieran,
that
how
all
do you
the
deal with
kegs
this?
in the entire country, like the literal steel barrels, come from one company?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, because I was up at visiting a brewery, and they had all these kegs laying around, and it had the little markings of Brooklyn Brewery and whatever. And I asked the guy, and he's like, yeah, because they come from the same. Everybody in the entire country gets their kegs from one company, and so you just they obviously clean out and reuse kegs. So
hey, wait, we got a call coming in. Hold on. I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm just
actually.
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
Hi. Who's this?
Hey, it's Marcus M.
Hey, Marcus. How you doing? You actually forced Kieran to go on hold.
I love it.
Are you fucking kidding me? I'm sorry, Kieran.
No. I took the call, so it's okay. I'm just stating what you did.
And Rock was hoping somebody would put Kieran on hold.
And Marcus, by the way, even if you're done talking, can you just like leave the phone connected and walk away? Go about your day.
You just want to listen to their show on the phone. So how you doing, sir?
Actually, we were gonna try to prank you, but we found out you were on the air, so I was like, no.
Oh, okay.
I'm not gonna do that. And then you got the boss right there, and I don't really want to piss him off, so I'm like,
I ruined a prank phone call.
That.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
What was the prank gonna be like?
Yeah, what was it?
I was gonna ask if Kieran had for sale a 1943 Jewish anal plug signed by Adolf Hitler.
Oh.
But that wouldn't have been a good prank.
Because he would have just said no.
He would have said no. I have no idea what you're talking about, and hung up the phone.
Yeah.
Was there like a backup? Did you have like a backup?
Plan B?
Well, actually, my plan B was going to be to like call and offer Kieran a record contract. I was going to be like some kind of new guy from Death Row Records. And
generally, my plan B is punching the broad in the stomach. Right. But I guess that's not the same type of plan B.
Andrew, just loosening the tie here.
I gotta fill in for Kieran.
So So, bro, plan A with the coat hanger didn't work out that well?
Right.
Oh, yeah.
No.
I prefer a bleach spritzer.
Yeah. Omega's crazy. I'm sorry.
No, is he your co-host?
Today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for now.
For now, fuck you.
You might get yourself fired. I'm not sure. No.
All right. Well, Marcus, thanks for calling. What's give the plug for your show real quick before we have to unfortunately go back to Kieran.
Are you sure? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's the MaldowShow.net.
Can you spell that, please?
Yeah, spell that.
I have no idea.
Yeah, THEMALDOUL show.net. Sorry, Kieran. I know he hates me more than ever now. He's been hating me lately.
No, he doesn't hate you. I don't know why people think we hate people.
Marcus,
you guys are assholes, frankly.
You are. Marcus, I haven't forgotten about your email. I have to reply back to you.
Oh, shit. That means no.
No, you sent me a very nice email, and I have not replied yet.
Oh, all right. Well, thank you, Marcus, and have a wonderful evening.
Oh, you too, man. Take care.
Later.
After that shitty prank, now I'm not going to reply back.
Yeah.
That's what I want to say.
So now how do I go back to Kieran? Let's
Okay, click on the hole. There you go. There you go, honey.
Don't waste the time.
resume
figuring it
call.
out.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, is he there? Let's see.
Yeah, I'm here.
Why? Don't wait. He's not all bummed out. What's the matter? I want to take a call.
Did you hear that? It was a horrible attempt at a prank phone call.
Yeah, the Maldoul show.
Yeah.
He's really got to change the name of that show.
I'm just gonna say this, and I'm just saying it, not going anywhere with it.
Yeah.
But when people call in, it puts Kieran on hold.
Yeah.
I'm not saying anything.
Oh, wait.
But I'm just saying.
I know you're not saying anything, but it takes people calling in to put Kieran on hold.
Right.
Okay. I
just wanted to establish that. Okay.
Yeah. And all right, so you guys are rip roaring. I mean,
what's the
so
matter?
What's going on? I mean, Simon had a bunch of stuff for the show. We haven't got to it yet.
Exactly. We're just warming up.
You know what? We'll give you a little something.
We're warming up to what? The end of the show?
Let's give him a little something.
We're 15 minutes in.
Do we got time?
Yeah. Go.
Kieran, we
3 hours.
We got some good new music to share with you.
All right.
If Rock can pull up a jam.
Wait, you want a jam already?
Yeah, a little of the new single from the shortstop of the Mets. Yeah.
That's definitely not it. Hold on.
So you're kind of a Met fan, right?
I am, yeah.
Do you know that Jose Reyes has 3 singles out? And not like...
Does he really?
Not singles like getting on first.
Here's
this
the...
fucking thing.
Yeah, thank you, Stickhand, for this.
No, he's got like
ad.
some reggaeton songs out.
Which channel is this?
Chat with friends instantly with Yahoo Mail.
It's a hell of a tune.
Yeah.
It's a hell
All
of
right.
a tune.
That's better. All right. Okay, that's better.
Yeah. This is just great radio, Kieran, by the way.
By the way, this is Jose Reyes, the shortstop of the Mets, who just went on the 15-day DL, by the way.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so he has music out.
Yeah.
Like he's singing, like Manny Pacquiao sings.
He can't speak. The guy doesn't know how to speak. What kind of music is he playing?
The little reggaeton tracks.
Hey, just give me a second here to get it.
Well, that's...
By the way, can we hear...
Bato Roto.
Can we hear
Reggaeton's
Silk
not
again?
even music, is it?
Oh, you will later. Well, what's that, Kieran?
Reggaeton isn't even music, is it?
No, it's just a Hispanic man banging on pots and pans.
Kieran, that's not nice, Kieran.
That's all it is.
That's being a little racist there, Kieran.
I didn't say the N-word, did I?
All right, just bear with me a
the
little
only
bit.
racist term he knows. Everything else is on limits.
All right.
All right, here we go. The big build up to the Jose Reyes reggaeton song.
Hey, you ready?
This was
gotta be.
For people who can't see the video, it's just a bunch of poor kids sweeping.
Now it's guys stretching out.
Now
on the ball field.
It's a 23-year-old guy playing minor league baseball. But that's not him.
There he is at the plate.
He'll go. Give him a chance.
He's at the plate. He's showing the guy how to hit.
Oh, this is awful.
That's Jose singing right now, or singing, quote unquote.
You know what though? I've heard worse.
Yeah, now they need to trade him.
You're shaking his head. What's the matter, Kieran? You don't approve? Is he now like a 5-tool player?
You know what though would be awesome if he was just such a asshole that he came out to this song. Yeah. He insisted to promote himself and come out to it.
Why is he on a basketball court?
Because he's on the DL.
He's an awful human being.
When we get put on the DL, you're not allowed to participate in baseball activities. So.
Honestly, I see him in this video, and he looks like a really rich predator.
No, he looks like Manny Ramirez, but anorexic.
It's the most awful thing ever.
No. Have you ever heard who the fuck's on that Mike Vick song?
Oh yeah,
Mike Vick.
Yeah, easy lyrics. Can't sing along with it pretty easily.
Now, I'll have to say, I don't like that kind of music. But it wasn't that horrible considering
Yeah, but
he
you don't
plays
know what he's
shortstop.
saying.
Yeah, I do. They had the little scroll on the bottom. He's talking all about how you're not like a true friend and my mommy and my daddy are my only friend. He was saying a lot because it's
So
a
you
lot
have
of
to
words.
watch the video to get what the song's about.
Or speak Spanish.
Right.
It's an awful song.
Fucking genius, Rock. That's
Yeah.
a shortstop. That's awesome.
Well, and apparently he's
you
on
don't
the
see Jeter.
DL.
You don't see Jeter doing that. You know.
Yeah,
what
but you
Jeter
see
does?
A-Rod gambling.
Who cares?
With blow and then
Yeah, he doesn't give a shit.
I don't know. He's dating Cameron Diaz.
A-Rod is
so-
apparently above Major League Baseball.
But look at the difference, right? The guy from the New York Mets is putting out crappy rap videos, and A-Rod is
The guy from the Yankees is playing craps.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, look at the difference there.
Is that a new thing, Simon? Is this just breaking news that he's put out these been around for a while, these songs?
He has 3, and he just I think came out with this new one.
Wow.
I mean, don't these athletes know that? How many athletes have put out albums? Like Allen Iverson had an album, he put it out, and it completely bombed. I think Dennis Rodman had some things. Shaquille O'Neal had some things.
Shaq had like 10 albums.
Shaq, yeah, Fushnickens.
I'm sure there's a bunch of others. It never works out. Yet Jose Reyes, the shortstop of the Mets, is going, you know what? I'm gonna do some reggaeton. That's gonna be a great idea. No one's gonna make fun of me.
You know what's funny? When I was in Puerto Rico a couple of years ago, every billboard is endorsed. Like any product is endorsed by anybody from the New York Mets, even if they're not Puerto Rican.
Wow.
It's just everybody from the New York Mets is endorsing a product, and it was crazy to see it. It's billboard after billboard, and it's a Mets guy and a Mets guy. So I guess they think they could. Beltran was on. Delgado and Beltran are on everything.
Except the Mets.
Except the Mets.
Yeah, to be honest with you, except on first base. That's the on everything.
So we could talk about Jorge Posada getting benched last night too, if you wanna.
Oh yeah.
If you wanna go into that, you know.
Why did he get benched? Because he was jerking off or something?
Yeah, actually.
Anything on?
He was. Everybody thought he was motioning for the fastball, but he was really just playing with himself. You nailed it.
All right, what else we got, fellas? There's dead air here.
No, that's all we're gonna do.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? That's it. We're done.
You're the host.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not hosting. I'm here in Arizona on a laptop. So I'm just hoping you guys could lead the way for this week. Hello?
Hi.
I asked for notes. I called
Rock,
and I was like, okay,
No
what do you have?
notes.
He's like, dude, we don't do notes. What do you think
notes.
this is?
Fuck notes.
I was like, you sure? You want me to brainstorm on anything with you? I'm like, I'm coming up with ideas. He's like, no. Those ideas, we're not going to use them because you just came up with it.
Right. See, no, I'm just setting it up. When the three of us here in the studio are talking, it has flow, and then when we cut to Kieran, it just sounds erratic And
sounds like a Jose Reyes song.
Ouch!
Well, I was just thinking that. Do you want me to just peace out and let you guys do the show?
Oh, yeah, because you go get back to your vacation? Is that what you're trying to say?
He doesn't want to do this.
We're doing 4 hours tonight just to keep your ass away from the sun and
I would actually love for the people to have something to listen to. So if the audio quality's not working out and I can't hear you guys or you guys can't hear me, I mean, it's really not going to
we can hear
into
you.
the show no matter what I have to add, you know.
The reality was this was a complete crapshoot, so it didn't matter if you're here or not. So you might as well just be here. So.
But here's the good news, though.
Oh, good news.
This is the week where we're sending the crew to the gathering of the Juggalos, which should be something pretty spectacular. That's the festival put on by ICP, Insane Clown Posse. We're sending our buddy there absent. He's got a full access pass for all 3 days of the Juggalo Festival, so he's going to be gathering some audio for the radio program and pretty much, I guess, reporting on what that festival is all about. Now, apparently, Rock, this is new to you and I. The gathering of the Juggalos thing is like it's a movement. And the people that are into it live by it, and they will not miss a festival. I guess it's held once a year in August or in the summertime at some point. And apparently it gets pretty insane. Last year, obviously, Teal Tequila showed up, and she got pelted with batteries.
Good.
And, I think Redman got hit with a couple of bottles. So it's a complete freak show. And there's like, it's a mix mash of wrestlers, freaks, rappers, rock people.
Which is why we're not going and we're sending someone else there, too.
I hope Tequila Tequila shows up and someone just punches her in her stupid face.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, is Absent a Juggalo himself? Is he an ICP fan, or is this just like me going like totally left field?
I've been talking to him on the phone about his thoughts about going. He's like, dude, he talks in that movie tone voice. He's like, I don't know, dude. I'm not a Juggalo, but it's 40 miles away. I'll just go and I'll find out about it, and I don't know. He's just excited to go.
Yeah, that should be fun.
Yeah, I think he'll have some. I think he'll have fun. I think he'll be safe because he's not in amongst the crowd. He'll be able to go, places where people are not allowed to go if you're just a regular schmo.
Right.
How did you guys get the pass?
The website.
The website.
Just requested them, and
apparently we have all this pull now.
I see that it's extremely difficult to get passes.
Yeah, apparently.
Is he gonna meet up with that guy that called in a few weeks ago, or?
No, I don't know who the hell that guy was. It was just a listener that I called in a few weeks ago that mentioned it, and I got the idea in my head, and I gave it a shot, and it worked out. So he's gonna go, and he's gonna gather some audio, and we're gonna find out in a couple weeks, I guess, how the festival went, and I think he'll have a good time. I mean, Charlie Sheen's gonna be there for some reason. I don't know why. Vanilla Ice, Ice Cube. Right. That Charlie Sheen's gonna be there. And it should be a good time. So I'm looking forward to hearing that audio, for sure.
Cool. Yeah. No. And thank yous go to him for doing this, because I think
I just hope it doesn't end like the Blair Witch Project.
He's he's completely excited to go. So it should be a good time. And I'm glad
it's a crazy place, right? Like it's out of control.
Yeah.
I wonder if people really get laid at that thing.
I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
You think there are any hot girls that go there?
No. No, but they're just all savages.
There's like a couple sixes.
Okay.
That are
tens
where?
There. But it's six where? New York six?
A nationwide six that at the Juggalo show is going to be a 10.
Right. Well, you gotta understand that most of the people that go that are real Juggalo fans, they wear the face makeup, like the clown makeup. So the sixes, you can't even tell if they were six because they're wearing makeup and they're on meth.
You can tell it. You can tell a 10 from a 6.
They're filling in their meth holes.
Ugh. It's gonna be dirty and sweaty and just tons of everyone wearing makeup.
There's gonna be some hairy chick with armpit hair.
I mean, do people listen to them anymore? I mean, how many people buy their albums?
There's a guy at work that listens to them, like, and he's a little bit weird. So.
Yeah, like that bartender.
That's the fascinating thing about the festival is that it's, ICP hasn't been on the map in a long time, yet they're able to, pull all these people into this field in Illinois and pack it out.
I think they're the kind of band that they're not big, but all their fans buy all their albums. Like,
yeah, but it's like you know who listen. It's like angry 14-year-olds. That's who listens to them. I mean, from what I've seen,
they're paying.
Yeah,
they're willing to pay. I mean, they have a cult following that works because they keep doing this live.
That's what I say. Like, they've got this dedicated base that, like, whatever they do, they're gonna buy or go to.
Yeah,
and so that's all you need. You don't need like huge fans. You just need a steady income. And I mean, looking at these guys, they're not exactly living large.
Right.
You know, like they're content to just get by with. They don't want to be Kings of Leon, where they're millionaires.
I mean, the truth is, it's awful music, right? Do we all agree that it's awful music?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Insane Clown Posse.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan either.
I don't even know
it's like the
a song of
poor
theirs.
man's rap rock.
I mean, their gimmick is to be clowns.
Right.
When you need a gimmick to sell your brand, that's a problem.
Right.
Yeah, that is kind of a problem. You got a good point there.
Vanilla Ice is going to be there. That should be interesting.
Vanilla Ice. I'm hoping we
Maybe
can hear
Casey
from
Anthony.
because that would be great.
I hope Casey Anthony
makes a special appearance
in makeup. Like
the crowd throws dead babies at her.
Or they just crown her the queen.
Why do you have to go there?
I don't know. I've become a horrible human being since stepping foot in this studio. I think that's what happens.
Come on, give us an F word. Give us an F word.
There you go.
There you go.
But I don't know. See, this is the whole festival thing. Like, to go to something like that always astonishes me because I can't ever see myself going to something so filthy and violent.
I'm with you. I look at like Bonnaroo and what's the other one in
Little Fair?
Tennessee?
Lollapalooza?
No, that doesn't matter. But I just look at
Tibet Freedom Concert.
No, Bonnaroo is the Tennessee. The one out
South by Southwest.
Oh, the big
Burning Man.
Yeah, just I look at all those and I'm like, where do I shower?
Yeah.
How do I wash my
Coachella.
hands? Coachella. I'm like, I just look at those and
don't
like,
care.
Yeah.
There are people that don't give a shit. It's like, yeah, I'm fucked
It's all
up.
about the moment, man.
I envy that. I wish I had that in me some days. You know, like I don't begrudge them. It's just that I do look at it like it's disgusting.
I always need a nice shower around.
Yeah.
I can't.
I showered 3 times at my barbecue. When you guys were there.
Yeah, you did.
3 times I took a shower.
But you kept putting on the same shirt.
No, it's different outfits.
No, he had outfit changes.
They all have a little thing
Epaulets?
on it. Epaulets, yeah. They all had epaulets on them.
You know, it's really pathetic. Andrew's right. He did have 3 costume changes at the
I
big
did.
GFQ barbecue back on July 4th.
But I felt
It was-
filthy. I felt filthy.
Kieran, after your
You do not. There's no way. I go. Some days I'll go on a weekend. I'll go. Oh, you know what? I just won't fucking shower, and I feel fine on Sunday when I'm not showered.
I feel awful.
Going. I don't know about you, Andrew.
I have no dryer. I have a clothesline hanging in my backyard now because my dryer broke, and I still feel filthy. It's awful. But listen, I had to change because the best part of the night was when the night ended and the scramble of how Kieran will get home.
Oh,
that was the best part
it
of the
wasn't
night.
so much of how is Kieran going to get home. It's who's going to take care of Kieran.
Who's going to take care of Because the plan was that you were going to come back
Right.
and leave Kieran here.
Right.
And then you decided, no, I'm just going to go home.
Yeah.
And then Kieran was like, well, what about me? What do I do? And you're like, just come over, buddy.
Yeah.
And he's like, are you sure? And there was like this whole thing. And then like, you guys have to hold him by the hand and take him to the car.
Had to put food in his tummy so he could be okay.
It's very interesting.
Thank you. Yeah.
All right, I had enough of this. Let's go to break, and we'll regroup, and I don't know. Who knows? Maybe Kieran will be there when we come back. Maybe not.
By the way, the best send-off to a break ever I've heard in radio. I've had enough of this. Let's go to break.
It's genius. Come on, it's genius.
I'm going to go in the pool. I'll see you guys next segment.
All right. What up? You don't know it?
I don't know this song.
Oh, welcome back to the lunaticradio.com show. We are live, as always, on Monday nights, even if some of the people who host the show are in different states. We're live. Email us at the show, lunaticradio.com, or hit us up on the drunk call hotline, 206-202-LUN.
Get off your BlackBerry, Kieran.
Yeah. Stop
I don't have a
sexting.
BlackBerry.
Stop sexting.
Doing fine. How are you folks back in New York? Is it muggy? And we didn't do the weather today, Rock.
Oh, it's balmy.
There was a heat advisory today.
Oh, there was?
It wasn't that hot. I think they lowered the bar on.
There hasn't been enough heat advisories this year, so
Yeah.
they kind of just like, you know what? We're gonna be around the 90-degree mark, so we'll give it the heat advisory.
They're hitting their quota.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta have so many heat advisories in a year. But yeah, no, it's been nice. We've had a nice stretch, I think, of weather. I would say. All right, no one really gives a shit about my opinion. All right, fine.
I'd say the last few days have been disgustingly humid, but
I'm all right with it. And of course, by Kieran in Arizona, I'm sure it's been fantastic. Right?
Yes, the weather is fantastic out here, Rocket.
By the way, that was Queen doing Radio Gaga, which I think should really be the theme song for this radio program.
Did you do all the selections?
I did all the selections this week. Yes.
I'm surprised.
Really?
I know.
No.
Yeah, no.
So
I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell, actually.
Right. It really should be the theme.
So the same 3 songs you guys used to hearing, you won't hear tonight.
All right, exactly.
I'm hoping for a little Mexican radio rejoiner for the next segment.
It's like a hybrid show. It's a Rocket Radio Hour meets Lunatic Radio kind of thing. So
meets Andrew Zarian in the Salon Show.
Right.
Yeah.
And just a hint of MySpace.
I go to the barber shop. I don't go to a salon.
Right.
Shit, you do not go to a
Swear to God.
barbershop.
Swear to God to go to a barber shop.
You see Jersey Licious the other night?
No.
Anthony Roberts is opening up a barber shop.
Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I did see that. Yes.
We're going.
Who the hell's Anthony Roberts?
From fucking Jersey Licious.
I don't know Jersey Licious.
Well, get in on it.
Don't get angry at us that you're ignorant.
Yeah. Don't blame
You mean to
us
tell me
because
you don't
you're
know
not
Tracy DeMarco?
Yeah, Tracy, come on. That hooah from Jersey.
They're all whoas from Jersey.
That's true. So you do know the show. There you go.
How about the New Jersey Shore? Anybody up on that? Is that hitting the airwaves? Because I've been out on vacation. Are people done with the Jersey Shore, or are they still paying attention?
No, I think it got like 4 million. One of the, I think, bigger MTV pilots or whatever.
Debuts,
Oh, really?
season
Yeah.
premieres, you mean? I don't know what the numbers were, but
4 million.
Was it 4? I mean,
Yeah.
I think last year they had more of a
No, it
higher
was
number.
it was like more than the
Let me
third
see.
season.
They scored higher ratings. They drew an 8.8, so they got almost 9 million viewers.
Oh.
Wow.
That's a huge number for season 3. Attracted only 8.45 million when they debuted in January.
It's a lot for some macaroni rascals.
Well, they're in Italy now.
Yes, that's like
what they call it in Japan.
It's so
Macaroni rascals.
Yeah.
I have yet to catch the first episode. I'm just not feeling the.
The first ones.
I saw parts of it.
Any of the first episodes for anything are always kind of boring because it's like everybody's getting there. You know, it takes like, but the coming attractions.
Well, I mean, we could all agree that they're horrible people.
Yes.
No.
Well, who's not?
Who's not horrible from that cast?
Paulie D.
Paulie D.
I thought you were
is
going to say
miserable.
JWoww's dogs.
Paulie D.
Dude,
He's.
I'm a Sammy Sweetheart fan.
Of course you are, because you're
I
run by
saw
her
her-
house. He runs by her fucking house like a stalker.
I saw her last week
By the
putting
way,
on
where's my
eyeliner.
ball bag out? Thank you.
I had my little brush with fame.
You really did see her?
Yeah.
I thought you were fucking around with me.
No, my wife's grandparents have a shore house in Ortley Beach, which is just one town up from Seaside Heights. And so it's a 15-minute walk to their store. So we were down there for like 9-10 days, and after a while, you get tired of walking in the classy direction, so we're like, let's go slumming.
Sure.
And so I walked down to the Seaside Boardwalk, and then first off, the store, you could, if I had $1,000 in my pocket wanting to buy cheap T-shirts, I could not get into that store.
Wow.
Yeah. It was all gawkers. All gawkers, because it was all little like 16-year-old kids too.
Well, they want to go to the store.
Yeah, but nobody, like, they were all just standing.
Oh, so nobody's buying anything.
They were standing, and half of them had one hand up in the air with a camera.
Jeez.
Doing one of those. Like, they weren't doing any business. They were just packed.
Wow.
But then
I mean, look at what they did, though. Go ahead, Kieran.
Would you consider the cast of the Jersey Shore and how they became, pretty much they all became famous? Like them getting casted originally in that show, do you think that's like they all won like some sort of lottery?
Yes.
You know what I mean, because they really none of them have like a talent whatsoever.
I do think they were the right people Like you see a lot of these reality shows, like they were the right trashy people.
Yeah, but I think the concept, I think anybody would have filled that concept up. It didn't need to be them. You know what I mean? There's like 5,000 of them where they were.
But I think the fact that the two of them, Ronnie and Sammy, hooked up, that the situation's like that much of an asshole, that Snooki's just a walking disaster.
They can get 2 episodes out of about 6.5 hours.
Well, the concept of the show
real time
came from a show that they did in the early 2000s, True Life.
Can I tell you?
I'm on the Jersey Shore.
Do you want to know this? My second claim to fame.
Were you on that?
No, but my old assistant was.
Really?
Do you remember they had the 2 episodes? One was some guy, and then the other were a couple girls.
Well, there were two seasons of it. Yeah.
The episode that they had with a couple girls, one of those girls.
Okay.
She was representing herself well, but still, she was definitely
that's
a Jersey.
where they got it from. That's where they got the idea for the show from.
I told her all the time she needs to like email MTV and say like, listen, I get a cut of this. Like, without me, this show, you would have never greenlighted this show.
But I always think, look at the type of show it is and look at the numbers that they've gotten as far as ratings, right? Yeah. You guys have been doing this 10 years. I've been doing this, 3 years, and I work my ass off with the content that we do. It means jack shit. Like, if we were idiots, we would get more of a viewership. So what does that say about the viewers?
Well, first off, Kieran's an idiot, and you still don't have the viewers.
Oh, shit. That's not nice. Gross.
You know what? I'm not going to give that joke credit because it was too easy.
like all your penis jokes, those are just really complicated and
those
well thought out.
Well delivered and brilliant all the time.
The comedic stylings.
I mean, first of all, they're not all of them are Italian.
I think 1.5 of them are Italian.
Well, and or from Jersey.
None of them are from Jersey.
No, Sammy Sweetheart is.
Okay.
Yeah, because I've jerked off in her window.
Yeah. Right. Those comedic stylings.
There it is. Dick jokes.
Anytime I can get a dick joke in, I'm going for it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think. Is this going to be the last year?
Yeah. No, they're filming. That's why they're down there. They're filming season 5.
There's one more. Yeah, they're filming the last season.
They got to do Jersey Shore, North Dakota.
No, but then they're done, and they said that they're recasting for a new.
That's smart because they're going to recast. They're going to continue the Jersey Shore, and then they're going to give all of them spin-offs.
Brand's never going to
die.
Die.
The girls are going to have their own, and then the guys are going to have their own.
And then they're going to have like the real world Jersey Shore challenge. They're going to go in the gauntlet or something.
Yeah. I can't wait to see the situation when he's like in his 40s. Like what he's going to look like.
He's gonna be. You ever see these guys like in the supermarket that are just have let themselves go, but they still do bicep curls every day. So they've got like huge arms and nothing else.
You know what pisses me off is that the same guys that when I went to clubs when I was younger, the guys that I would look at the bar all juiced up and guidoed out just like everybody in the Jersey Shore. That's now the thing. And back then you would look at those guys and go, look at these fucking assholes.
Right. Yeah. Now you're hip to be like that.
Yet them not doing anything, they have mounted to something.
Nice. One of the things that I claim many things, but I invented the blowout.
Yes, you said that before.
Yeah,
yes,
I did.
No, you invented the blow job.
That too.
Dick joke.
Brock, ring the bell every time I do a dick joke.
Okay.
I have the bell.
Andrew's got it.
All right.
You want to say it again? We could reenact the entire thing.
No, it was brilliant the first time.
Okay.
Right. So,
by the way, drink the Coors Light. There you go.
Yes, here we go. Speaking of Jersey Shore and MTV, do you guys know what August 1st was? That just passed August 1st,
the 30th anniversary.
That is correct, of MTV.
And boy, has it become something else.
Wow.
Could you believe just the irony though? It's their 30th anniversary, and they have to go to VH1 Classic to acknowledge it.
Exactly. I was actually occasionally going back to MTV. They never meant not even like a little bug in the corner. Not even that. They gave absolutely nothing to recognize it was 30 years.
Stickam had ads for it.
Stickam had ads?
Stickam had ads for the 30. I mean, but look at what it's become, right? I mean, look, there's no music, first of all. MTV2 has no music. MTV2 is Teen Mom over and over again.
Let me put things in perspective. As I was watching this on VH1 Classic, I missed the grind. I mean, and at the time when that show was out, that show was pointless. It was like nonsense.
But even when they didn't have music, like let's go in the 90s when they didn't have music, right? Like when they still played music, but they had other stuff. They had Real World, which at the time, the original Real World was pretty innovative. They had they had Beavis and Butthead.
Yep.
Then they had the Cartoon Block, which they had like
Aeon
Flux,
Flux,
and they had like a bunch of those. And then they would have these crazy, like, Sex in the 90s.
Sure.
They had so many innovative shows for the time. They were so edgy, and now it's just nothing.
Or shit.
But, I mean...
Just blabbing.
They're not
nothing.
innovative, but they definitely are trend-setting still.
You think so?
I think Jersey Shore, the fact that they have
But they lucked out.
That is trend-setting, yeah.
They decided let's go straight to the bottom. None of this like no inching along, no half-assing it, no like Real Housewives. Well, at least they're rich but trashy. Let's go straight to the absolute bottom of the barrel.
So then, what's the next step for him to be go all the way to the top?
Porn. Yeah.
No, but they've kind of gone backwards.
Keep digging.
You know what killed them really? They I guess like Laguna Beach and all these shows.
Laguna Beach.
And the whole idea behind it is that they don't get ratings.
Okay.
These shows when they originally air, they don't get ratings. So what they do to compensate, because they gotta appease the advertisers, they'll replay it all day long, and they'll get the ratings like that. So if they get 250,000 here and 500,000 here and 100,000 here and 50,000 here, it adds up to something. So when they're selling the show, they say, well, look, it's airing all hours of the day, and that's why they went to that format, because they couldn't generate ad revenue.
I think all stations do that. I mean, look at Bravo, look at Comedy Central to a degree.
Listen, Bravo's amazing. Let's not talk about Bravo.
I'm just talking about
Andy
the fact
Cohen is a genius.
The fact that you can basically, if you miss an episode of anything on Bravo, it's on 13 times before.
They're all
3
like
days
that.
pass.
TLC, Discovery, they're all like that.
I can see Millionaire Matchmaker anytime I want.
You know what? I never watched it until like the other weekend. I'm a fan.
Millionaire Matchmaker?
Yeah.
What is it about the show is that what that bitchy woman?
Yeah. Because
I watched a few.
She's
episodes.
interesting enough. She's kind of right on bitchy.
Okay.
Like she's not just out of left field. She's not just bitchy for bitchy's sake.
But look at what
she just has a short tolerance for anybody.
Do you remember what Bravo was before? They used to air movies.
And now Saturday night, my wife and I were watching Millionaire Matchmaker, and then they went into like 50 First Dates, and I was like, they're playing a movie? What the fuck is this?
Yeah. They're just trying to do anything. The channels are no longer following the formats that they were originally made for.
I love Flipping Out. That's my favorite show on the network.
Flippin' Out?
Yeah.
Oh, that guy is
the OCD guy. Yeah, but that would be me if I was even gayer than I am.
I am obsessed with the storage shows. Like
you
Storage Wars.
OCD freak.
No, it's great because you'd be surprised with the fucking people just leaving storages and you learn.
By the way,
here we go. Here we go.
I'm looking at the chat room, looking at.
By the way, thanks for moving the camera that I asked you specifically not to do.
All right, can you fucking leave me alone for 1 second? I'm looking at the chat room feedback. Chicago Dave writes in, I have 900 channels, and most of the time I have nothing to watch. Come on, dude. 900 channels, and you can't find anything to entertain yourself with 900 channels.
I agree with him. I have nothing to watch either.
I agree too.
900 though.
Oh, come on. You can find something.
You know what? The most interesting TV I've watched lately was, outside of like the storage show that I like to watch, is like 4 o'clock in the morning. I either watch the knife show where they sell fucking knives at like 4 o'clock in the morning.
The coins, they sell coins.
Or I was watching this. I woke up at like 4 this morning and I was watching some Japanese channel and they had I don't know what it's called, but that billiard game where it's just the 3 balls and there's
snooker.
Yeah, snooker. I think it is. It was fucking interesting. I don't know why. I was like, I don't know.
Because you don't understand it.
Yes.
The minute you get the game explained to you, you're like, this sucks.
Yes. And it was in Asia. It was like in Japan or some shit. So I was like, man, it's got to be smart and interesting because it's there.
Maybe that's the thing. Maybe that's what TV executives are thinking about, brainstorming about. Like, let's make a show that people won't understand because that will make them watch it.
They kind of could say that about
well,
us.
Yeah. Well, there's so many shitty shows on TV. You wonder.
It's so fun. Yeah.
I'll have to say, given that it's come up for its 30th anniversary too, I think Shark Week.
Yes.
Has totally jumped the shark.
Well, pun.
Yeah, no, but I threw on Discovery yesterday. They had Air Jaws Air Jaws 2, Air Jaws South Africa.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. We've discovered sharks can fucking jump.
Right.
Yeah.
Now you don't need
to. I don't get Shark Week, man. I mean, I see one shark episode, I'm like, all right, I get it. Sharks, big deal.
It was cool when, like, you know, Discovery Channel first came out and all these specials were relatively new. But, you know, 10 years, 15 years later, like, I get it. There's sharks out there. You know, you've just overplayed it.
I've had enough of all the fucking cake shows.
Oh my God!
Ace
It's all
of Cakes, Cake Boss, fuck them all.
I want to see them.
Fucking cake. It's not even a real cake. The cake's a shit.
I want to see them combine like Cake Boss and the Kobayashi hot dog eating contest. Like somebody makes the cakes and then somebody eats the cakes until they throw up.
Well, there's another cake one where it's some like 20-year-old kid that opened up a cake place and it's horrible.
I'd like
It's
to see
awful
like a marijuana dispensary Cake Boss version. You know, like
There you go. Yeah.
Ace of Baked.
Yeah, but who's watching these shows? Who's watching it?
Apparently a lot of people. Cake
That's what I
Plus
wanna
8
know.
is still going. You got another season coming out of that horse shit.
But who's
Plus
watching?
8?
Cake. She's got another. What the fuck can she possibly do?
Do you know what show I absolutely hate, and I would donate money if it could get it off the air? Is House Hunters.
House Hunters?
Another awful show.
Never seen it.
My wife is addicted to it.
Is that like on the Home and Gardens channel or something?
It's basically somebody wants to buy a home. It's either here or there's House Hunters International, and then they go and check out 3 properties, and then at the end they pick. It's the same show time after time after time, and all these people are just they'll go into one house and say, "Ooh, there's too much wood," and they'll go into an identical house and say, "Oh, there's not enough wood." Like,
have you seen the one where they remodel it for you? Like, I don't know what the name is, but let's
Oh.
say you're selling the house and you're having trouble selling it. And these
Yeah.
people come in, they're like, I don't like the cabinets or I don't like the floors. The best one I ever saw was this black couple, and they were selling their home. And this woman came in and was like, I don't like the cabinets. And the black guy turned to the camera and goes, no shit, that's why I'm fucking selling it. And they bleeped everything. And it made the most sense. I was like, I've never heard something that made that much sense.
Yeah. Right,
Yes.
right.
And it's like, yeah, that's why I'm getting the fuck out of this place. And they're like, oh, and then they'll pick out like, oh, have you noticed the carpets are hideous? I'm like, then fucking take the carpets out.
Yeah, right.
You're buying a house, not carpets.
And they fixed the place up to the point that like you don't want to sell it.
Yeah.
They made it into a nice place, and the guy's like, I don't want to fucking sell this place now.
There's a show on Spike that I'm kind of digging to. It's a
Million
bar.
Ways to Die.
No, the bar.
It's like Kitchen Nightmares, but
yeah,
for
but
bars.
with bars. I think it's pretty cool. I think.
What do they do?
It's just like that. It's they go to a bar and that's completely losing money and falling apart, and these guys come in and flip it basically to make it better. And I think it's pretty interesting. The guy's a real asshole.
Yeah.
Kind
It
of
looks like the whole Gordon Ramsay shtick
Yeah, it
for
really
bars.
is. But it's with bars.
Have you noticed that the Kitchen Nightmares takes place? All of them take place in Long Island.
Oh, really? I don't
And
know.
all of them are like
Lately,
crappy restaurants on Long Island because there's a ton of them.
Kieran, what show are you watching now? What's like your show that you're dialed in on?
I dig I don't know why. It's probably because it takes place in Detroit.
Oh boy.
The pawn stores or the pawns. Yeah, the big pawn shop there.
Yeah, it's in
People
Vegas.
come in. No, there's another one. There must be another.
No, there are
There's-
several. There's hardcore porn and girl
Yeah,
on girl
hardcore-
porn.
Pawn stars.
I think it's Hardcore Pawn. That's the one I like. It's from Detroit. I love that freaking show because it's just the worst human beings coming in, and they're dead ass broke, and they're selling off whatever they have that's valuable. And the guy's like, they always want like $2,000 for whatever piece of jewelry they have, and the guy's like, he looks at it and goes, "I'll give you $150," and he's like, "All right."
Yeah, that's the best when they come
All
in with like the great grandfather's Rolex. Like, how much for it? It's like,
Yeah.
I'll give you $14, and they go ape shit to the point they're shitting on the floor.
Yeah,
That's
but
what
then
that
they
one
end
woman
up- but they
did.
End up taking the money. They end up taking the money.
Like,
either
okay.
that or they go out in the parking lot and they bash somebody's car up because they're mad they're not getting loot.
It's Detroit. It's a miserable place. They can buy a house with that.
Chico
I know.
Dave is mentioning the show, and I just saw it. It said, "Take the money and run." This piece of shit show. Have you heard about this?
I
Take the
wanted
money
to
and run?
see it.
Okay, it's fucking stupid. Basically, the point is, 2 people are given $100,000 in a suitcase. They have 1 hour to hide it. Okay.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, So then the hour's up, and then
where are they going? Like, where can they
have
hide
a
it?
car which the GPS is recorded. Okay,
so ditch the car.
And the phone calls are recorded. That's it. Okay, and then there's two.
Do they
detectives.
know this?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
There's 2 detectives and 2 like speech therapists that could like lie psychologists or something. Like they can pick up with lying and shit like that. And it's basically the 2 detectives versus the 2 quote unquote thieves, right? And I caught the first episode, and these guys played it pretty cool. So, you know, they made some fake phone calls to friends, set up these fake alibis kind of thing. You know, oh, say you have the case and shit like that. They made some detours. And basically, the whole thing is after the hour, they have to spend the next 2 days in jail, right? In a cell, okay? So... But 2 days, it's 48 hours, not even a full 48 hours probably.
Are we talking an American jail?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And one of the guys fucking broke down and told them exactly where it was. Now on top of this whole thing, these 2 guys were trying to get this $100,000. Like, it's a game show. So it's, like they're normal people. They're not real criminals. But they were trying to for their mother. Because it was 2 brothers, so they were trying to get this money for the mother. I guess she was having a problem with her house or something like that, and she was in debt or something. Fucking, you couldn't, for at least your mother, just fucking keep a straight face and not give
You couldn't just said nothing before that? You could have just said...
The other brother played it. We were just making shit up. And the other brother just gave it as like, oh, we ditched it in the park on the top of one of the hills. I mean, are you fucking kidding me?
What a weak man.
I think Chico Dave is a brilliant man to suggest this to you.
What's that?
Who's Chico Dave?
I don't know. Someone in the chat room. What do you mean?
Chico Dave.
Well, he mentioned in the chat room. Yes, Chico Dave. Yes, so thank you.
Chicago Dave?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I caught that. The show just made zero, like, just fucking lie. And, like, you know, of course, like, the lying therapists are like, oh, well, he turned his eyes, looked away when he said this, so obviously he's lying. You know, and it's like they have the 2 most important things. The GPS tracking of the route and then the phone calls. And they made the most obvious thing at the very end of the show, like, well, what was the longest period in which they didn't make any phone calls? I was like, oh, here it is. Oh, and that might have been right around where they were at the park. So I mean, like, it's fucking.
Do you have to take the car?
Yeah. Can you just like? Can I say to you, if we're a team?
Yeah.
Can I just whisper in your ear, Adam? Take the car, drive around. I'm gonna go hide the case. I'm not telling you where it is.
Yeah.
Boom.
Right. Exactly.
Like.
I guess not. I guess that's within the. They didn't say that, but that would be. That's what I'm saying. This show has no life. There's no life.
I just can't believe that the guy like. This is what I would do, even if, you know, they did all the GPS. We sat down in interrogation. I'd be like, I'm not saying anything, and I would just put my head down.
Right.
And I would just ignore the fact that this was even going on.
Yeah.
Like I just start, you know, doing push-ups and jumping jack. You know what I mean? Like just act like they're not even asking me questions.
Right. Yeah.
Like.
And, like they have to play. I mean, it's obvious because that's the right way to do it. But obvious they have to play by these ton of rules.
Yeah.
But the other guy, like, okay, he's like, well, it was like, I wasn't expecting the jail to be like this. It was just a closed cell with no windows, and like I get it. You just have the
it's 2 days, and you could sleep.
Barely 2 days,
and you could sleep. For
and he's
a lot
like,
of the
I didn't
time.
know when it was day and when it was like. Fuck you! If you're doing this for your mother, you couldn't hold out for 2 fucking days. The other brother was completely fine. Like even up to the point that they had him at the end because he was making sure they weren't like, oh, you know, we got the case. We know where it is, and they were just gonna see if maybe he was gonna be like, oh shit, you found it at the park or whatever. And he's like, oh, good for you. You know, he played it at the very end. But the other brother's like, I'm like, stop. Like, how is this show gonna last?
I wonder if they cast it for. You know, somebody that is identifiably
that's my girlfriend. They that's what casting is all about.
Did you see that other show on Spike? It's it's a reality show on.
Are you gonna say Repo?
Yes,
yeah,
but
I love
but
it.
It's a game show. They don't only repo your
I
car. They
love
repo
that
your
show.
car, and you have to come into their like area, to their office, and you got to play to win your car back. And it's so set up.
But what's great is, all of a sudden they'll like find the car that they're looking to repo. The truck will back up, hook up the car, raise it, and then they go knock on the door and say, listen, you know, if you answer 3 out of 5 questions correctly, you can have your car back and we'll pay the whole note on the car.
Right.
And they're going to the trashiest people ever. Like,
Yeah, but it's definitely
like
stuff
one
that-
guy opens the door and practically lets loose his dog on him.
Holy shit!
And the guy's like, half of the show is, we're trying to do you a favor, man. We're trying to do you a favor. Just calm down, calm down. We're trying to put away the frying pan. And then the questions are ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, name the 4 Beatles.
Yeah.
You know, just.
Right.
No, but there was one that they had was they came to like their office and it was this black couple and the black guy was an awful actor and you could tell like he was totally acting the entire time and he's acting angry and he's doing all these like crazy lines and he's overly dramatic about everything and then he totally cools down and he's joking with the guy. I'm like, this is definitely set up. Like they did a horrible job at central casting.
Right.
At these 2 people.
Did you see the one where they got shot at?
No.
Yeah, they're knocking on somebody's door, and they're like just started talking. The woman's like, "Oh no, what happened was somebody. I think they were knocking on the door. She wasn't there, and some woman came along and they said, "Do you know where she is?" You know, because she was going to the house. Like, I don't know where she is. And it was like she was the woman. You know, you can just tell. But then like all of a sudden you hear like boom, boom,
Right.
and then. They all duck down, all these like guys, and hide behind cars and just run off. And then the tow truck driver drives away, and in the end, there's like a bullet hole in the tow truck.
Shit.
Yeah.
Isn't that I don't think those are real. Like I don't think any of these shows are real.
Hey,
I
Kieran,
don't think this show is real.
Kieran, if you had to do that show where you know they take the money and run, where would you hide the money? Let's say we're on Long Island, right? And you had an hour to hide the money. Where would you put it?
Wine Danch.
Nobody's gonna go there.
That was good. That was easy.
What's the one show that I think is pretty popular is the show called Operation Repo. Anybody ever heard of that one? Nobody?
So there's another repo show?
There's like
there's
that's
like
what's
8
in
of
now.
them. Wow. But the one that's been around forever is Operation Repo.
Yeah, it's on True TV.
And they even say to you, they give you a disclaimer in the beginning saying like none of this stuff is reenacted. But all right, I get it. It's reenacted, but what's the point of the show? Because it's been reenacted. You've done like 8 years of reenactments of repo stories. So I don't get it. I just that show just boggles my mind. It's like we're watching a series based on fake repo stories. I guess.
Yeah, they're all actors. They're all actors in Operation Repo. They're not really repoing the cars at all. All it says Operation Repo consists of let's see. Oop, I lost the page.
So, but the thing that boggles my mind is that I don't think they ever indicate in the beginning of the show that these are real stories of repos.
Yeah,
You know
they're
what I
saying
mean?
that it's a real story. This really happened. But where the fuck are they getting the story from?
Dude,
like,
they're
how do they know it's
completely
real?
Making that shit up. They're completely making that shit up. I'm telling you.
Are these the guys that are repoing it even real repo people that are just reenacting what they did? And
Yeah, it's based off of a show on Telemundo that aired in 2006. Go! Operation Repo.
Well, they really center the show around a guy who's a big ass fat guy and apparently owns a repo thing, and that we just follow his business, and he has his coworkers and his wife and his daughter, and they go out and just repo cars, but apparently none of it was true.
By the way, this show has been on for 8 years.
So it's like
8 years? Wow.
Yeah, it's been around forever, dude. And people love it.
I've never even heard of this show.
no, yeah.
What channel is
True?
True TV.
I've never even heard of that channel.
It was Court TV.
Oh,
It's on all the time.
Has anyone heard of this coming from Cool Teacher in the chat room? The show Reception.
Is it about a receptionist?
Was a great episode when the ghetto girl peed in the parking lot. That's always good. I never heard of it.
No,
but I'm sure there's something. Another one of those wedding. Apparently, the wedding channel is no more. I was skipping through some channels. Not that I watched the wedding channel, but it's very interesting. I thought like that would be an easy sell channel, the wedding channel.
No, because there's all sorts of bridal shows like Pick the Dress or
Bridezilla.
Now there's even ones
Bridal
where it's
Wars.
like. Thank you, Kieran.
Kieran needs a show with going to get dip. That would be great. Then we know we have every possible.
It's him walking to 7-Eleven to buy dip.
Yes, and like the whole thing is the whole drama is which one he's gonna buy. You know, like which brand. But it's always the same brand.
I had a dream.
It's worse. It'll be worse than Ice Road Truckers, which is the worst show for building up drama. They will spend the entire episode building up for some little, like some shit. Because we get it. They're driving on ice. There's a level of danger. But honestly, after about 12 episodes, you get, like, they're fine. Nothing really ever happens. So they always build up every episode with some drama. And I'll never forget this one time that they had to go through 3 breaks about this whole thing with a moose. And you're like, holy shit, what happened with this moose? Nothing happened. The truck and the moose were completely fine.
By the way,
just passed
that's another phony show because the girl in Ice Road Truckers is from Jersey. She's a model actress that decided she's going to become a truck driver.
Wow.
How does that happen?
Shit.
Yeah.
So is this what JWoww is going to wind up doing?
This is what JWoww is doing.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Jersey
She's
Shore
got
meets
that-
Ice Road Truckers.
She's got the headlights for a
Ice
Mack
Road
truck.
Hookers.
Ice Road Fuckers, but that's where I was going.
Awful people.
Oh, wait, what'd you say, Kieran?
Let's how about a reality show based off of rest stops? I would enjoy that.
The Exit 52 Park and Ride.
There you go. Call back.
Yeah.
Those were the days. Huh, Kieran?
Yeah, why not?
Go away,
All right, let's go. You know, I don't know about this again, so we're gonna go take a break again, and we will get to the Kieran system. This is not gonna
By
be
the
some.
way, you do hear "Go Away, Peyton" and you hear Exit 52 Parker right a lot.
Go away, Peyton.
Do you want to
That's
tease?
kind of upsetting. That was a sad moment for Kieran right there.
Do you want to tease the Kieran system? Let everybody know what it potentially is.
No.
Oh,
no.
okay.
Fuck that shit. You just have to wait and listen. This is gonna be the first time that in the last hour of this radio show, there's gonna be something to talk about.
Wow. Way to tease it, Rock.
And we got drunk calls this week. Actually, several.
And remember, folks, it's not too late to call in drunk.
No. And/or call in live.
You're getting close to getting too late to get drunk.
Right.
But you can still call in if you are drunk.
I think you just confused everybody.
Get drunk.
Keep it simple. We're going to break. Be right back after this. Hang in there, kids. We'll get through this. Yeah, what do you want?
Yeah, I like this rock. Turn it up.
It's the lunaticradio.com show. Live Monday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern. Drunkle Hotline, you know it. Facebook.com/lunaticradio. Twitter.com/lunaticradio. Please support us on iTunes. Leave us a review. It helps us out tremendously. You have no idea. Just do it. And if you feel like... No, shut up! And if you feel like donating, please go to our website and help us out. Every penny counts. It's the lunaticradio.com show. There you go, Kieran. Now you can speak.
Sorry, Rock. How about that Dana White, though? At
Wow.
the UFC this weekend.
You really needed to get that in, huh? Really needed to just jump that in.
I just saw it. It's great. It's a great story because there was a fighter who came out in pretty much Speedos. Like, he was
Really?
wearing nut huggers, right? And he got his ass beat in the match. And Dana White was so mad that he wore, like, nut huggers to the ring and got his ass beat that he gave the fighter who won an extra $70,000
Wow.
for beating the guy in the Speedos. Is that amazing? And he completely trashed the fighter.
Do you know who it was?
I forget the guy's name. I'll try to look it up real quick.
Joey.
It doesn't say. It doesn't say in the
Joey
the story.
Couture.
Joey Couture.
I'll look it up. But yeah,
Joey Crocop.
It's all over.
Joey
the news.
Rampage.
I mean, you can look it up. I'm sure it's on TMZ or something like
all
that.
day.
It was Hallman.
How cool is Dana White though? I mean, there's a guy who owns a business. It's a business that's grown. It's more popular than boxing, and yet he'll just come out of nowhere. If a fighter does something to piss him off, he'll say it in the press, and then he'll reward somebody for kicking that guy's ass. You know,
It's true.
Pretty cool, man. It's good stuff. Dana White's a freaking no joke dude.
Yeah, no, that's without a doubt. Dana White's a pretty...
His name is Dennis Superstar Hallman.
Of course it is. That's what you need to.
Dude, you should.
That's Kieran's middle name used to be Superstar. Kieran Superstar McCann.
Now it's just Kieran Star McCann.
Super douche.
That was cute.
Yeah, super douche. Whatever. Hey, folks, how are you? So what's going on?
Oh my God, I'm looking at a picture of him in the Speedo. Holy shit.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah, no wonder he got knocked out. Look at what he's wearing.
Well,
some of these guys don't wear anything much more.
Well, they
wear
at
like
least
little
wear like something. To where when like there was a point where the guy got taken down, and he was like on his back and his legs were bent up, and literally almost his sack was almost pointing at.
On his crotch, it says "Training Man."
Wow. Kieran, you need that.
Yeah, it's pretty. Oh yeah, absolutely. That's all I got, Rock.
I know, barely. All right, I think we should get to the big to do with the show for this week. This is the whole reason why we're here, because otherwise.
Well, this better not flop.
No, it will. Don't worry, it will. It will. Yeah, honestly, we just figured it'll fill up enough time, hopefully, for a segment, and then we could go to break and then wrap up the show nicely. Because
with nothing.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that's how it is. So let's just like set this up here, Kieran. That this is all just for fun and games, and
Yeah.
no one.
This is gonna be bad.
We don't want anyone to lose an eye or anything like that. It's just for
We love you, Kieran.
We're not saying it's all made up, but we're just saying it's just for fun. So
this is a make fun of Kieran segment.
Pretty much, yeah. The whole thing was Simon and I have been talking for a while, and about this thing called the K.I.R.A.N system. Now, I got this idea originally from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and they had an episode called the Dennis System, and it's basically the whole episode was around Dennis, one of the main characters, and each letter in his name represented a different stage in obtaining the woman. So I felt like this was a...
For you, we're going to substitute the man. But you get the idea.
Right. So we felt like this was a, we could do the Kieran system because, and I think we could go as soon as last night. Kieran, were you up to your naughty ways and how you handle women? Because without using names, I got a text message from a woman, which was immediately followed by Kieran with a suck a dick, and I could only assume that he was in the same room with her. They were both drinking heavily, and one thing led to another, and Kieran worked his magic, so to speak.
I definitely detected cake in the air last night. Yes. I smelled cake.
Yes, cake. Yes, Kieran was the cake boss last night for sure. There it is. Big winner chicken dinner.
We're actually that was a planned text because we have a mutual friend, Rock and I know, and we're like there's 4 of us that are really good friends.
Folks, seriously, you can call in at any time.
We're sitting in the lobby. We're sitting in the lobby, and we decided, just to screw with Rocket and our mutual friend by sending a couple text messages.
So you had sex in the lobby? Is that what you're saying? Because
no, by the concierge.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right.
Whatever. It was just fun. Go ahead.
So are you saying you did? So all right. So wait, are you saying that you did not have sex last night?
No, I am saying that I'm not going to divulge what I feel my private time.
All right. Okay. So
I will tell you a year from now.
Right. Okay. Well, without further ado, let's get into the K.I.R.A.N system.
Let me lick you up and down. Say you say stop.
Gotta get the music going. It's gonna be a little audio bed for this segment. So we had to figure out a way to do this. And I guess basically we'll just break down each letter because some are pretty straightforward, but some are kind of like, kind of like coding. And I'll say this to everyone out there: this system is not for the faint of heart. This is not for.
It's a lifestyle commitment.
Yeah, you can't just jump into this.
You can't do this Friday night, Saturday night, and call it your system.
You can't be like, oh, I listened to the lunaticradio.com show last week, and the Kieran system. I'm gonna bust this out this weekend. No, this takes years of training, years of masturbation.
I would have to say there's an 8-year apprenticeship.
Yes. Yes.
You have to take a graduate course or something?
Right. So, without further ado, let's get into the K.I.E.R.A.N system. The first letter of the K.I.E.R.A.N system is obviously K. K! And with K, the first step in the K.I.E.R.A.N system is you have to keep it low. Now, you're like, whoa, Rock, what the hell are you talking about? Keep it low.
Wait, do you mean like under a table?
Yes, I literally do! Because Kieran...
All right.
Kieran is known for, there's two ways you can look at this. And I'm trying to I have so much, there's so much involved in this, and I'm so anxious to get it all out. So keep it low, there's the obvious, there's the literal, keep it low, where you're physically just kind of going underneath tables out of shyness.
Hiding from attractive waitresses.
Right. And then there's the thing where you're short in stature, basically. You're just a small guy, you see.
You're not keeping it, you are low.
You just are low. You already start off with low, so that's why, it's not for everybody. So in case you're not that small, you wanna, when you're first around a woman, you wanna make like you're not really there. You hide behind a chair, again, go underneath a table, just,
You play yourself down.
Right, literally. Yeah. Just get down to close to the floor as possible. Whatever that takes. Kieran, how you holding up so far? You okay with this?
No, it's actually making a lot of sense so far.
It's making a lot of sense. I'm gonna lower this still because it's driving me nuts. It really is driving me nuts. I never realized how annoying this song is.
It gets awful after the first minute.
All right.
See, that's where it gets awful.
All right.
So the next letter in your name, I.
I. And with I in the Kieran system, the second stage of it is ignore the existence. So what does that mean? So what does that mean? Ignore the existence. Well, let's say you've already initiated the rough the interaction with the other party, even though she hasn't even seen your face because you're hiding behind a chair or a table or whatever. After you've established this immediate connection, you may believe she's not even there. Like, she doesn't even exist. Like, if, like, say you're hanging out with your friends, they're like, oh, so, you look like you and that chick were doing, like, you had a little something there. And you meant to, who? No. What? I've never heard of her. Who?
What? Wait, what's your name?
What fucking bro are you talking about?
What's your name? Jenny, Jesse, Jeremy?
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Jenna.
Yeah, right.
No.
No. Don't even know what you're talking about. I actually forgot what she looked like. Kieran, this is 15 minutes ago. No idea.
I got ADD.
So,
I lost it. I lost Kieran.
Kieran dropped.
I'm here.
Are you there? I hear you. All right, I'm not going to touch
I'm
anything.
here. Go ahead. All
right,
He's keeping it low. He's keeping it low.
I'm trying to ignore you guys now.
Yeah.
All right, hold on a second. Because actually, that had my notes. I need that. It's imperative. I need my notes. Hold on.
So the Kieran system's actually it's kind of true so far.
Right.
Yeah.
But I don't really have a system. I just want to make this
No,
known.
you really do. You really do. It's not like you. No. It's not like you do this on.
Let me defend myself.
All right.
If it's a system, it's a subconscious system because
Right.
I really don't know. I don't consciously do these things.
That's fair to say, and that's why it's not for everybody because it takes years of training because you actually do this subconsciously. So yeah, you can't just.
Could you say it's almost a talent, Rock?
You could. You might, Rabbit. You might.
I like where this is going because I have no talent.
Talent's a strong word. It's a positive word. Let's just say it's a skill.
I might learn today that I have a talent.
You honed a craft, Kieran. Enjoy that moment. All right, so we have keep it low.
So after weeks of saying who?
Yeah, who?
Huh?
No idea who that person is.
No.
Oh, and you always got to mess up the name.
Yeah.
So her name could be Sandy, but you call her Melissa.
Yeah.
It's because, you don't know who she is. She doesn't exist. So it's like she could be anybody. Just random names. It doesn't even matter. So the next letter in the Kieran system. So we got keep it low.
K.I.E.
E. Engage in texting.
Yeah.
This is where we get. This is where things get really intense. Okay.
You just turned the corner now.
Yeah. You're. This is
This
like
is stage 2.
This is where it gets bad.
Rachel, you could tell.
Right. Yeah.
Correction. Rach.
Yeah. Right.
Rach.
Yeah. That's like a subheader. After,
Brit.
Yeah. You got to shorten the name. That's like a little subheader. But yeah, engage in texting. This is where you start to have legitimate conversations. Well, as legitimate as Kieran could have with somebody
At
else.
160 characters a clip.
Well, that's all I need. That's actually more than enough.
Do you realize Kieran was doing the ... with like messages and stuff before like
ellipsis,
texting?
everything.
Like on message board posts.
By the way,
he was doing ... you know, before it even happened with texting.
a little side note: I learned the ... from Boomer and Carton producer Al Dukes.
So he was your mentor?
I'm a big fan of ellipsis. If you put ellipsis behind anything, it makes it interesting.
What does that do? What does that do? ...
Yeah,
what does
it does everything.
It makes you think.
And yet nothing.
Like if I wrote, if you were like, hey, are you coming over at 8? And I go, okay, ellipsis. Like you start like, what the fuck does he mean?
Yeah.
Is he not going to show up? Is he pissed that I picked 8 o'clock?
So is that like the pro player LOL? Like when you're ending a sentence?
No, it makes the other person like question anything they said.
Interesting.
It's like, oh,
it's the
yeah, I'm okay with it. Ellipsis.
Right.
It adds suspense, Rock.
And that's what you're all about. So it's about the suspense, keeping things.
Yeah.
So
and not just texting, mind you.
No?
You eventually get into sexting.
Right, which is all part of the process.
Yes, the my_penis.jpg.
Right, you know.
No, I imagine
rubbing the torso, you know.
I imagine a
it's an evolution.
sexting process with Kieran is just, hey broad, here's my dick. Ellipsis.
Look at this guy over here throwing it out at you.
That's honestly what I pictured with.
My ellipsis penis.jpg.
Kieran, spell ellipsis.
E something.
Did you even know it was called an ellipsis?
No, I did.
Okay. No, Kieran.
Oh. Kieran, did you?
Dude, I'm just, I don't know.
Ellipsis.
I don't know. It's
Ellipsis, that's that thing at the gym you kind of run on.
Ellipsis, that's the car the broads that I hang out with usually drive.
right.
Eclipse.
That's
Look, the moon went in front of the sun. It's an ellipsis.
All right, ass.
Hey, your ellipsis is showing.
Oh.
So yeah, engaging. This is where the real communication takes off for Kieran, and it's not in person. So this is why
you start finding out about her needs, her wants.
Listen, I know Kieran. I've tried to hook him up with somebody.
Right.
And the first thing
she didn't have
said,
a phone. She didn't have a phone. It went south.
No. A beautiful girl. And she goes, what does she do for a living? I said, oh, he's on the radio. He goes, no interest.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I can't be with someone on the radio. I did it once. Wow.
That's why I'm quitting.
Yeah. At least that's the reason why she can't be involved.
Well, at least she was honest. At least she was straight up about it.
It could have been a lot of other
I thought it was the deal breaker for Kieran when she said, "I don't text people."
The alcoholism. No, because alcoholism not a make or break.
The problem with all this, Andrew, is you skipped all the way to like A. on the system.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, you jumped the system.
Yeah,
for Kieran.
I didn't even know.
Yeah, so Kieran, Andrew fucked it up for you. He didn't follow the system.
You just had to have at your barbecue. She should have come.
Yeah.
No, she was too busy doing.
And Kieran would have hid behind the barbecue.
And then this time next year they would be knee deep in each other.
By the way, Kieran's interaction with women when he's drunk, it's very fascinating.
It is.
I'm sure, I believe I married them with your wife.
Yes.
Yes. I am an ordained minister, so I married him to your wife.
And by the way, Kieran, you also agreed to pay $700 rent.
Yes. That's the best
if you
one.
remember, and we just clear out of the living room after 11 for you to jack with the deal. So you're deficient in August's payment.
Yeah, I kind of like that idea.
The other thing was how he starts hugging, but like he hugs a little too much.
Oh, really?
And too hard.
Wow, Kieran, you're like the awkward hugger.
Ooh,
I didn't know this about you.
Ooh,
Kieran's the awkward hugger.
Don't I become like close talking guy too? Like
yeah, just like up in the personal space kind of thing.
Best part, Jess comes over. He's like, Yeah. Oh man, Kieran was fucked up. I'm like, why? What happened? I'm like, yeah, we know, but like, what did he do? He goes, we had the glass table, and he's sitting on the glass table in the backyard, and we're like, Kieran, it's glass. And he goes, what's gonna happen? He goes, I only weigh 150 pounds. Nothing's gonna happen. And all I can picture is this glass shattering and Kieran just bleeding from head to toe.
I'm okay, dude.
It's fine. It's fine.
Where's
it's
my dip?
right.
No, it's all right. It's all right. I'm all right. I'm all right.
I'm not gonna hurt the glass.
Right.
All right. So you've
All right,
been...
so what do we have to eat?
So you keep it low, you ignore the existence, and then you engage in texting.
So that's been going on for a while.
Right.
And
So now
get-
you got the communication going on, right? And you
And
feel
you've
like
been-
things are going.
You're up to what, $800 Sprint bill
Right.
because of all the texting and whatnot going on.
And hours on end
Yeah.
spent, communicating with this person.
Thumb in a little sling because you pulled a metatarsal.
So you got all this back and forth going, communication, interaction, all this.
And you're up to R.
R, and what happens? You remain oblivious.
What does that? What does that mean?
So what is this?
Let's play a little role play.
Yeah, a little role play.
Rock, pretend I'm Kieran. Ask me about this girl I've been texting.
So Kieran, tell us about random girl name.
Who?
You know, blah blah blah.
Oh, no, nothing's going on.
Nothing.
No.
But Kieran, you were up till 5 a.m. talking to her last night.
She's a good kid.
By the way, this is very similar to ignore the existence. So he goes back.
He reverts.
To I.
Andrew. Oh, look at Andrew.
No, he flips it. He goes from ignoring the girl to ignoring
the entire existence of anything.
But Andrew's paying it. Andrew wants the system.
Taking
and
notes.
I insult him by calling him a kid.
Yeah, you really do.
She's 34, Kieran. She's a good kid.
So, but Kieran, I mean, like she's told you before that she's totally into you. She wants to hang out more. She wants to make this real. How? What? You're not feeling it?
Oh, I gotta focus on the radio show.
Kieran's I gotta wash my hair is I have to make a demo.
Yeah. Oh my God! This fucking guy? Where the hell did this fucking guy come from? Apparently, Kieran, when you're not in the state, Andrew gets balls the size of grapefruit. Apparently.
Kieran, I'm free Friday night. I can't. I gotta make a demo for the show.
Text me though.
Even for me, that was rough.
Send me a text.
Oh, even for me, that was rough. Holy.
No, it's actually very true. Very true.
So yeah, just remain completely oblivious. You're right. He kind of like regresses a little bit in a way. Just it completely washes her away. Which you'd have to think that would just.
But he doesn't wash her away. He's still texting her. He just is
oblivious
ignored.
with everyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
it's the second stage.
Yeah, I guess I don't know, Kieran. I guess it makes you not like jump in too quickly. I guess that's the whole. You know, you just kind of
play cool.
Yeah, like really cool.
Yeah,
like so
ice cold.
Ice cold, cool.
I want the girl to like me for me, Rock.
Right.
You play at Rocky Mountain cold.
So now the next letter in the Kieran system. Let's review it again. Keep it low. Ignore the existence. Engage in texting, and then you remain oblivious to her. So now we're up to A. And now this one is pretty straightforward, and it's just simply abs.
I read that
Abs.
as ABS brakes, something his car does not have.
No, abs.
Abs.
So Kieran's lifestyle consists of two things.
How many sit-ups? How many sit-ups do you do, Kieran?
A day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, like 250, 300.
Right.
What's your max?
I live my life a quarter mile at a time.
Great job, Vin.
What's your max?
What, on abs?
Yeah.
Oh, no. I don't know. That's
you
what
do.
I do a day.
He did up to like 700. I remember when you were throwing out numbers like 700.
Yeah, you gotta do that, you know.
So basically, the theory behind the whole abs thing is obviously he wants to be in peak physical condition,
and stroke the torso. Because you have to have a certain level of loving yourself. Yeah,
in order for
it's
the
like on The
system to
Price
work.
is Right. They go ooh to the car. She's going ooh to your.
Here's the
Kieran
thing, I'm
was
not a very
shirtless
tall
for half
guy,
the
so I
party.
need to be in shape, right?
Right. But I think it's also part of the
6'7" like Simon.
But I mean, you gotta work with what you got.
But I think it's part of your system. I think it's a little bit of a continuation to remain oblivious, and that you pass the time doing other things like 700, crunches. So you're not focused and demos. So you're not focusing on the girl. You see, so it's like she might say, "Hey, so what are you doing tonight?" And you're like, "Oh, I got to go run 15 miles and do 1,000 crunches and wash my hair," kind of thing. So this is where abs comes into play, you see.
All right. Yes. All right, I'm there.
You're right there?
I agree. I just want to, I don't want to be, the whole thing about, as I'm not a very tall guy, so I need to be, I can't be like Mr. Schlep guy. I need to have some sort of definition about me. I mean, if I was tall like are you guys, y'all are tall. I don't have the great hair like Andrew there, so I got to do what I got to do.
Listen, I'm not tall either.
Yeah, how tall are you?
You got the hair though.
I do have the hair, but it gives me like an extra inch or two.
Do you do 700 crunches?
I used to.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when I gave a shit.
You used to be hardcore.
Oh, yeah. I was juicing and everything.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, I wasn't sure if you ever...
No, that's open.
Oh, that is open.
I'm open about that.
That guy's doing D-ball.
Deca and D-ball.
Jesus Christ.
That
must have been a monster.
I was 210, 215.
Jesus.
Kieran, weren't you, though, back in like, high school, did you used to say you used to be, like, really huge?
Yeah, I was a lot stronger than I am now.
Did you ever do juice?
No, I was accused of it, but I never did it.
Oh. It was all natural.
No, when you're 5'6", you can easily blow up. Like...
Yeah,
is that true? Or like,
yeah, no. When you're that size, you can easily pack on muscles.
Yeah, 5'8". I was 5'8", in senior year of high school. I went from 130 pounds to 190. That's perfectly normal in 1 month. So that's
you eat chicken breasts and your steamed broccoli and sweet potatoes, and you work out a couple of days a week. It's doable.
I would drive to school and cry in my car listening to Stained. It's exactly every day.
It's been a while.
I've cried listening to Stain just because it was like, God, this is so bad.
This is awful.
I was just still on the radio. Oh my God.
Yes, Stained is like the Eminem of rock. Really just pathetic. All right, so what are we up to?
N.
That made no sense.
I don't get that. What do I have to do with it?
No, not you. I
know.
I'm talking about rock music. Go ahead.
I know.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's okay. You doing? Are you holding up all right? Do you have any questions, complaints so far?
No, not
concerns.
No, you guys have pretty much hammered it on the head there. You're correct.
All right. Ready for the big finish?
So just to wrap it up, to summarize again, keep it low, ignore the existence, engage in texting, remain oblivious, abs, and then N. So now you've established the communication. Things are going. You got your little.
You've strutted your little peacock feathers.
Everything's happening. There's momentum. Things are happening. The train's going full speed. You need N. You need Rock's couch.
Wait, that's N?
That's N. Because that's like the full. That's like the culmination of everything. You officially did it. Everything's all together now.
Now you need to get it in.
Now you need to and you need an audience apparently.
Preferably Adam.
Right, yeah, for some reason.
How many times has this happened?
Too many.
Oh.
No, I think technically, let's see. Twice. Yeah.
He had to throw out a couch.
I threw out the couch. I couldn't stand it.
Oh no!
It was just like there wasn't anything, but it was just the idea.
Yeah,
like,
I had a futon very similar to that.
It was in my place. I lived there. Stop. No, I'm.
I had a futon. Very similar story to that.
Yeah. But
awful.
But yeah. So to all those out there who are wondering how Kieran does it, how he could just go out and whatever he does, just show up and be himself, and it seems like he's not a care in the world. There is a system behind it. There is a method behind the madness. And it is
how
the Kieran
much
system.
is the Kieran system?
How much you selling it for, Kieran?
Oh, you kidding me? If I could, $80.
Can of dip.
$80.
Can of dip.
Kidding me? If I could, $80.
$13.
He's trying to be reasonable, I guess.
How much is a round of golf out there?
You know what? To be honest with you, you guys are exactly right, but it's a subconscious thing. I don't consciously do this.
No, absolutely. We know. I will not deny that, but that's why no one could just show up and do it. You have to.
Yeah.
It takes years of training where it becomes like
8-year apprenticeship.
Yes, an 8.
Yeah, there's really not much to me. As you're learning it during this segment. Yeah. Amazing.
But it
Very well
works.
done,
I
Brock.
mean, you got
It works, yeah. And
you got the
apparently worked last
statistics-
night.
You got the statistics to prove it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I have a great story that I'll tell in about a year from now.
Was it about last night?
When she turns
No,
18.
no. It's just about this whole vacation, pretty much.
Oh, Jesus.
It's weird. It's just an odd thing. It's not weird. There's nothing weird about it. But it's just like how I just find myself in these situations without trying to.
Why do you have to wait a year? What happens in a year?
I just wanted to get it's nothing crazy. And
The legal ramifications have to go away first.
No. Although I was hammered at my buddy Jason's house over the weekend. We were doing backflips in the pool at 5:30 in the morning, and then I woke up in a room with a Twilight poster above my head.
Oh. Did you feel good about yourself?
No, it just felt awkward.
Oh, Chico Dave got it. In a year, the restraining order expires. Oh, okay. So that's why we got to wait a year.
Statute of limitations. No, nothing like that. It's just, just let it die down.
It's amazing what Kieran can do, what he says to women, and they'll still come after him. It's incredible.
Just the fact that you dip and get
I'm
laid.
a nice dude.
Yeah, the fact that you dip. Yeah.
I know that should be sign number 1.
I mean, there's many girls that won't kiss a smoker. And dipping, like, it's basically like you've crunched up a cigarette and you're walking around in your mouth.
Just chewing on a cigarette. I didn't even think of it that way before.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was the Kieran system. We hope you enjoyed it. We hope everyone out there learned a little something. Again, you can't just go out there and try it. You could certainly call the Drunk Call hotline. Let us know how it works for you. But we highly recommend it. Takes years of training. And
now, if you're one of the youngins that listen to this show, because I know every once in a while you get like a high schooler that should not be listening because you need to be 18 years old to listen to this adult content.
That's true.
But you know what? If you're sitting home on a Friday night, you're not getting laid, you're just playing D&D with people online, why don't you try it? Just try it. You commit your life to it, though. You're not going to get laid until probably at least 30. But you know what? When you hit your stride, son, you hit your stride.
That's true.
So you take your name and you make an acronym out of it?
Yes,
Every
that's how
letter
you get
stands for
laid.
something.
Right.
All right. That's the Kieran system.
And, just to throw it out there, if anyone else wants to revise the Kieran system, by all means, and, hit us up with an email. Let us know your thoughts on what maybe the Kieran system should be. Maybe there's some alternate version of it. Maybe there's a...
Maybe there's a McCann system.
Oh, shit!
No, my brother's an animal. He throws feces at things.
The Fat Kev system.
I poop in my hand. I throw that.
There's no acronym.
I get my stench on it. That's how it works.
Peace for
What about the Zarian system? Oof. What the hell would Z be?
I don't know.
A lot of hair gel and a Lexus.
That's about it. It's an infinity.
Whatever. Same
Close.
thing.
So that's that. I think we can go to break. I think that was fulfilling. We did a whole segment with it, as I wanted to.
Play a little music on the way.
You want to play some music?
Some little freak me.
Oh, sure.
Close it with the sound bed.
All right. Yeah. Close it with the sound bed. All right, we'll leave with a little more Silk, because we just want to ruin people's ears, I guess. And we'll be back after this. What up? The home stretch. Little Tupac.
By the way, Tupac doesn't care if nobody else cares.
He's dead. I don't think so. How much is there's no Kieran on his end.
Exactly, son.
Right. So it's the lunaticradio.com show. If you haven't figured that out by now, just stop. Just stop listening, and you're not our target demo. You're apparently a vegetable.
Are you waiting for?
I had a dream last night, Brock, that you shot me in the neck with a gun.
That's weird. Why would I do that to you?
He would aim at the head.
I have no idea. And it was actually something about like I was coming to the show, and it actually was. It was I was in like a studio area with a bunch of people, like 3 other people. We were waiting for you to come do the show because we couldn't do the show without you, and I went in to get you, like you were in some sort of house, and I went in to get you, like the studio was like in a parking lot.
Okay.
And I went in the house to get you, and you walked up the stairs. You're like, you muddled something, and you shot me in the neck with a gun.
Wow, that's weird.
Isn't that weird?
Also called Life After GFQ. Broadcasting from a parking lot.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, it was kind of strange, but I found it kind of disturbing, actually.
Well, don't worry. I'll never shoot you. I would never have any reason.
He would bludgeon you.
Yeah,
pure and simple.
I would hope only with your hammer on my if I get it. If I get it.
There's a shitty dick joke.
Yeah.
Even you couldn't finish that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's just too late.
So we got a Kanye news story of the week. We always love these, right?
Oh yeah. What is he up to?
It's this fucking ad. Kanye West compares himself to Hitler at a British festival. Rapper launched at the self-pitying rant midway through his set. Kanye West declared that he was more hated than Adolf Hitler midway through a concert at the Big Chill Festival in England on Saturday. I walk through the hotel and I walk down the street and people look at me. I'm fucking insane. Like I'm Hitler, the rapper said during a lengthy mid-set rant. One day the light will shine through and one day people will understand everything I ever did. One can only hope that West Hitler analogy did not extend to the one day people will understand bit. He's gonna kill the Jews?
What the hell's wrong with this guy?
They're in on the record industry. I don't think he'd kill the Jews.
You know what Kanye West is, and we've said it a million times on a damn show. He's an idiot that got famous.
Yeah.
That's all he is, man.
He's
And
like a
it's
black
funny
situation.
Yes.
He's like one of those guys that got money and fame, and then he's like, okay, now I mean something.
Yeah.
And he thinks whatever he can say is like profound. He wants to be that Martin Luther King type. He wants to be it, but he's such a dope.
Unfortunately, he couldn't even keep a job at the Gap when he was younger. He got fired from the Gap for stealing. Yeah.
Oh my god.
He's a dope.
I think the harsh reality is no one's really giving a shit about him as much, and he's thinking people are giving more, like as if he's some bad person. I can't imagine people like, oh my god, there's Kanye West. He's the worst person ever. So that he's got to feel to the point that he's as bad as Hitler.
I can't imagine people going to see him in concert.
Yeah.
He just came out, or he's coming out with an album with him and Jay-Z, duets or something.
Oh, great.
Like, I was surprised when I saw that, him
and Jay-Z duets?
Yeah.
What are they going to do, like old rap songs or something?
No, yeah. They're going to do Salt and Pepper songs.
They're going to sing Brenda's Got a Baby.
Brenda's got a big old butt or something. Yeah, Kanye, it's time for Kanye to go to bed, I think.
Yeah.
And just leave us alone.
Or at least go a while, just quiet, just do your thing. Play the festival, play the songs, thank you, good night, and fucking call it a day.
I'm surprised he hasn't gone the Charlie Sheen route. He was edging up there to crazy.
Sure.
And I mean...
And this thing is, I'm sorry. And the thing is, I'm just as annoyed with Kanye West as I am with Eminem, who is like the guy is on the top of the world. He's been on top of the world for a decade, yet he's still bummed out about crap, and still telling people in his rap songs like, "I'm insane. Don't talk crap about me because I'll talk crap about you." I'm like, dude, you have the life. Just relax.
Yeah, exactly.
Still so angry.
Yeah.
But is he...
Why are you so bummed out?
Is he really angry, or is he just, not creative? And he's just doing the same thing.
Simon, you're probably correct. And maybe he just doesn't know how to, maybe his life is good. And in his raps, he's putting on an act.
Is he still rapping about Kim?
I'm just thinking, yeah, he's still rapping about that and how he's effed up and everything's a struggle. Like, what's a struggle, dude?
Yeah. You're rich and you have millions of people who are still somehow going to your concerts.
Well, he still does live in Detroit.
Oh.
The bad weather, maybe that's a struggle for him. I don't know.
The Lions.
And the Lions.
No. So, yeah, I it really sickens me when these people become successful for decades at a time, and yet they're still bummed out, and they pawn that crap off on the consumers who are still eating it up, and the young kids eat it up like it's, oh, he's speaking to me, dude.
Yep.
No, he's not. No, he's not. Retarded.
But apparently he's got it as bad as Hitler now. Oh, woe is Kanye.
I respect Charlie Sheen because he's actually not putting forth the message. The message he's putting forth is that I'm fucked up, dude, and I'm going insane because I've done too many drugs.
Right.
You know, I respect that because he's really doing it. Yeah.
So that's
You believe Eminem is almost 40?
What?
He's 38 years old.
Wow.
38.
I thought he was like my
38.
age.
I mean, that means he wasn't that young when he came out.
Jeez.
No, I thought he was like early 30s, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, he's up there. Well, I mean, what is he so angry about? He's 38 years old. He's almost 40.
Who's that? Who?
I think it's
Who's
just
that
he's.
dude that plays? Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying. I just think he's just not creative. I mean, he's clever and he can turn a phrase here and there, and
Right.
but you know, just doing the same retread over and over
We have a
again.
call coming in. Hold on. I'm going to add him. Let's see. Can we add him to the conference? Yeah, we can.
I'll see you guys from the show. All right, bye. See you later.
No, you're here. Caller, you're on the air.
Hi, thanks.
What's your name? Where you from?
Welcome to the show, sir.
Oh, sorry. I thought you couldn't hear me. Segman, Norway.
Norway. Oh, we love your radio there in Norway. Oh no, is that Sweden?
Same thing.
Where was the place where everybody died? All the kids.
Norway.
Norway.
That was Norway.
Oh yeah, so it was you guys.
And you did get a bit of bad luck with the radio. You got sort of public radio at 4 a.m.
Yeah, we kind of figured, but you know that's now that's the bit with the show. You know that Norway radio sucks.
I know.
Well, I would like to say we're sorry to hear about what happened in
Yes,
Buffalo.
yes, of course.
Well, there'll be idiots everywhere.
That's true. It's true. I mean, he's not.
Well said.
Well said, sir.
Yeah. So what's going on in Norway? What's the weather right now? Well, how's it feeling out there?
Well,
shut up, Kieran.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good. Is it cold? Do you have to wear a coat?
Nah, it's only 10 degrees.
10 degrees Celsius. What the fuck is that in Fahrenheit?
About 50 or so, I think.
It's 50.
Yeah, that'd be the worst interview ever.
Why?
Worst.
Why is it so bad?
So what's the weather like over there?
Well, I'm curious. I don't know what it's fucking like. Have you ever been to Norway?
Do you have to wear coats?
Are you kidding? I'm used to this.
I hear it snows.
In the winter?
You guys don't know. I'm trying to interact with somebody from a foreign land, and all you guys just don't understand. You don't know what it's like to do good radio. I'm sure there's people in the Midwest who have no idea where Norway is even. So we need
They think it's above Rhode Island.
There you go. See, Kieran goes with the joke. That's good. So Sigmund, what do you?
Where Norway is? After all, he's a big fan.
He is.
Absolutely, I love those fucking Norwegian broads.
Oh, I thought you meant the shit cars.
I actually love them too. Those are great, and they're coming. They're Ford and who's the other one? The other one. I've got to start making shit cars. Let's do it.
Ford
Detroit
Feces, and I can't remember the other one.
Yeah, we need to have that. The shit car. It's coming. It's coming soon, Rock.
Okay.
It's coming.
Thank you.
Just push a little more, and it'll be here soon.
Yeah.
You're gonna be drinking your microbreweries on a Saturday night, and then you're gonna wake up in the morning and go, I gotta take a dump. But yet I need to get to 7-Eleven. I'm just gonna go in my car and take a dump so I can go to 7-Eleven and get some coffee.
Everybody wins. Everybody wins.
Everybody wins.
But seriously though,
oh yeah, let's get serious now.
About one thing.
Yeah, sure.
You mentioned the 18 plus age limit, sort of. And this is not a prank. I'm actually serious about this. How would you feel about me using parts of your shows
to jerk off to?
I'm a teacher.
Love it.
Wait a minute. Use parts of our show, and you're a teacher. So give me an example of how you would use our show.
Show what dummies Americans are.
Yeah, really.
Hold on.
Actually,
hold on.
I'd use them instead of those idiot tapes where everything's sanitized and not actually real conversations.
Let me ask for one.
Are you
one-
talking
two
like language
questions.
classes?
Yes, English.
Oh boy.
Now I'll ask
Oh
the
my
question.
I'm insulted.
So,
I got one question for you though.
Yeah. Okay.
How much do we get?
Yeah.
Other than the credit for it, I don't know.
Yeah. So the reality is it would basically be mocking us because let's be honest here. We
Let's be honest. Kieran and I both don't speak proper English.
Right.
I don't know what I speak.
No, Sigmund, to be honest, the accents that some of these individuals have are not ones worth imitating, and they're very localized in the States.
Don't worry about that. We don't go for imitation of accents anyway.
Honestly, Kieran, I'd be totally for it. I think this would be. I'd be kind of curious to see what kind of reactions people would get, what their thoughts would be. I think. Is there any way, if you were to use our recordings, is there any way you could record your class?
Reacting
and laughing. Is that legal? I guess that'd be
no.
That's not legal.
No, they're minors, so
Oh.
I wouldn't be allowed to tape the classes unless I had permission from all the parents.
Oh, even just audio? You still need permission?
But I could do it. I could do a written report on it.
Okay, that's fine. I think it'd be very curious. Kieran, how do you feel about doing this?
All right, so you're an English teacher in Norway,
Yes.
and you're gonna use our show, the audio from our show, to teach your students about the English language.
The real casual,
Realistic.
realistic, yeah.
Realistic, casual
all right.
English.
It is.
And I'll
there's-
try to avoid the sections with too much swearing.
I think the TV conversation.
Yeah, try to avoid the sections where Kieran goes cum gutters.
Well, no, that's an important term they should learn.
It'll be useful when they backpack through Jersey.
You gotta watch out for the cum gutters.
You know a lot about wine dance, I guess.
So Kieran, this is on you, man. I mean, I'm for it. What are your thoughts?
Absolutely, I want to teach the youth in Norway.
There we go. Let's do this. This is great.
These kids in Norway are gonna come to New York, be like, "Where's Wine Dance and Comac?"
Hey, you motherfuckers! Where's Wine Dance?
I don't want to go to Manhattan. I want to go to this place called Mastic.
Mastic.
Shackies.
Yes.
Shackies.
Imagine that. Imagine someone in Norway saying Sharkies. Holy crap.
Sharkies is the most famous bar that does not exist.
That's like the irony of this show. Like the most famous things don't exist.
You know you've promoted Sharkies far more than Hover.com. Get your domain names for free.
That's
Or
true.
whatever.
I need to put up the
By the way, somebody do the plug quick.
Yeah, there we go. Is that up?
Yeah, there you go.
Hover.com, domain names made simple. Go to Hover.com, use promo code LUN, Loon. That's LUN, and get 10% off your entire purchase. Hover.com, I love those motherfuckers. Right. Back to the program.
Yes.
Sigmund, I am actually honored that you would use. Well, I'm honored that I'm honored that you listen to our show from Norway, for one. I'm honored that you think it's entertaining enough to, put forth in your classroom for the kids to learn something from. I don't know what it's going to be, but I find that this entire idea entertaining, and I would love to know everything about it, whatever you can provide to us for future broadcasts. Absolutely. Let's go for it. Do it.
Okay, great.
Now, all of a sudden, next time a plane full of Norwegian kids visit the States, am I going to see a bunch of boys running around using the K.I.R.A.N system to pick up American chicks?
Nah, I don't think so.
Oh, a cool teacher in the chat room says, I want you guys to come in and speak to my kids. So we could actually go to a school in Queens and actually do maybe what do they like
Jamaica? Like,
Career
teach them how
day?
to speak-
Career day, that's what I was looking for.
Like, go to Jamaica and teach them how to speak English.
Right.
Don't do podcasting.
Right. Yeah.
No future.
Well, Sigmund, thank you very much for calling in, and totally, you can use our audio, and definitely keep us posted on how it goes, and, if you could do that written transcription thing like you suggested, that would be great, because we'd be very curious to see what kind of reactions we get from kids in Norway, what they think of the show.
Yes, Sigmund, Sigmund, don't leave yet. Email me at the show at lunaticradio.com and let me know what you're doing. If you need, I'll actually cut stuff up if you want.
Great. More demo.
He has
more
a
demo
lot of
work.
demos.
I'm gonna send my demo to Norway.
Cool.
Scary mental image.
Yes. Well, thank you again, Sigmund, and yeah, definitely get in touch with us with the email. And
You know that
we'll set
Scott
up.
Greenstein's big into Norwegian metal.
Oh.
So this may be our way into
There
serious.
it is. Cool.
Oh, and Kieran, one more thing.
I'm not falling for it.
Oh, shit! You went with it though. He tried. Hey, listen, it's coming from Norway. That's a long distance hang up. So kudos to him for trying.
I'll give him that. I'll give him that.
So let's do some drunk calls and we're gonna finish up
Frank,
here.
Here's the thing.
What?
Norway just had a massive tragedy of like 90 kids getting shot. And now there's a teacher there who wants to use our show to teach kids about the English language.
Yeah.
It's insane. That country's fucked.
I'm floored. But it was very nice. I think it's very cool. I guess there's some logic behind it for natural, casual conversation.
Do you realize, Kieran, in like 5 years, there could be a Dateline special on how you helped the nation heal?
I did. Absolutely. One kid at a time.
These kids are going to learn that when they see a comma, that means you have to say fucking. You know?
They're going to be running around saying apparently and...
Yeah, and by the way all the time.
Making dick jokes that don't even make sense.
And they have to carry around a bell wherever they go. He's so awkward.
Yeah, every time a dick joke is said, they ring a bell.
I just said that, even from Arizona. I got to repeat the joke.
Professor, how do I...
I take credit for all your jokes.
Okay.
Professor, how do I make the bell sound after I say something?
Yeah.
Ding!
So, Kieran, we got a bunch of drunk calls this week, and we'll see how far we get. Because we might just get bored after a while if they're not up to snuff. So, the first one is from your boy, Sean in Key Largo.
All right. This is probably about sports and how rock gets awesome and I'm a faggot. So go ahead.
What's up, baby? Yo, this is Sean from Key Largo, son. And it ain't all peaches and fucking cream and coconuts and sand and little umbrellas and shit like that. No. Hey, me and my bitch just fucking split up. Yo, I'm heading to my boy's house. I'm about to get fucked up. I'm gonna go get fucked up, and then I'm gonna go fuck this fat bitch. Why? Just to piss my ex off. Just to fucking piss her off. Alright? So I figured I want to let you guys know because, hey, I need somebody to talk to. So, hey, here I am. So, yo, next bar night, son, I'm on my way to NYC. To all y'all bitches out there that want to get married, fuck that. Stay single. Alright? Live a good life. Fuck that. You don't need the headache. Peace. I'm outie.
Wow, Sean from Key Largo. Just
I wish you would call in the next morning and be like, oh, God, I have a headache and I fucked this ugly chick. What was I thinking?
You know why I respect Sean from Key Largo is that he broke up with this chick and he's like, yeah, I'm going to downgrade myself. I'm just going to go fuck this fat bitch. Yeah, that's awesome.
I'm going to start with K.
Right, yeah,
I'm going to keep it low.
Yeah, I'm going to start from the bottom up again. Why not?
And next one we have, I don't know, Kieran, does this name sound familiar? It sounds new to me. Eric in Cleveland.
Oh, yeah, we promote his business all the time. It's on the back of my chair.
Oh, that's him? Okay, cool. Yeah, so we promote it. Well, he called in. Here it is.
Boys, Eric in Cleveland. Dropping 2 or 3 to the Red Sox. This one's got a fucking sting. Oh, Kieran, it's got a sting. Rocket, you're probably in fucking heaven like I am.
Sure.
And you got, I don't care that the Indians aren't in first place anymore. Simply because the Yankees aren't, so that makes up for it. And you dogging Cleveland all the time, you better remember where greatest movie of all time was about the Cleveland fucking Indians.
That's right, Major League, my friend.
Here's the pitch.
Oh, shit.
All right, so that was Eric in Cleveland. That was a nice little call.
Yeah, you know what though? Yeah, well, all right, that's good. No, it was good. It was good. It was a good call from Cleveland.
Okay, that was good.
It's about what we thought we'd get from Cleveland.
Here's Steve from CO, a regular, if you will.
Yo, dick monkeys. Steve from CO here. Just calling. I realized it's been about a year since you guys kind of hit rock bottom. No pun intended.
Really?
When you guys, it sounded like you were going to end the show. I think it was last July or something like that. but you guys have been sticking with it, and I just wanted to call and say that I appreciate it. I been having fun listening and been driving more, working less, so listening to a lot of driving time to listen to your show. So I've appreciated it, and I hope you guys really keep things on the up and up. It sounds like things are going pretty well for you.
That is amazing, by the way.
Right now, so that's pretty sweet.
What? What is?
Can you pause it for a sec, Rob?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, what?
What's amazing is that, and I've thought about this the last couple of months, and I look back at the shows because I've been listening to all of them, trying to, piece together things and take little sound bites here and there. And literally, I'm listening to every show, and I know I dog the show a lot, and it's a lot of fun to do, but I listen to it, and I'm just like, I don't know if it's because I'm on it and I'm sick of listening to myself, but I'm just like, these shows fucking suck. These shows fucking suck. But yes, lately, we've really been getting like emails and messages on the Facebook, on the Twitter, even on our personal emails. People sending messages going, yo, keep up the good work, man. I'm enjoying the shows. And I'm like, man, we really get together on Mondays to get drunk. It's like, it doesn't even seem like we're doing a radio show, but yet the people seem to enjoy the show. It's an odd dilemma that I have, and I'm like, should I keep on drinking and do shows, or should I just quit drinking? If I quit drinking, the show's gonna suffer. It's like a weird dilemma I'm having.
Yeah,
what do you think?
You're at your peak when you have no idea where you are. That's when the show is at its best.
But that's a bad thing, isn't it? Andrew, you're my boss. You should step in and say something.
No, the shows have been great.
Yeah. I don't drink to get drunk, so when you say we get drunk, that's false, because I don't get drunk on the beers I have. I have a few beers and I'm fine. I just drink them because I enjoy drinking them. You drink them and they just go down like they're water, and before you know it, you're 6 beers deep and 20 minutes have gone by.
Well, you would have to admit, though, it takes a lot more for you to get intoxicated than it is for me.
Oh, right. No, yeah, I wouldn't deny that. No, yeah.
Because I've actually known you, I don't know how many years. How many years have we known each other?
I don't know.
Too long. I'll say too long.
10, 11.
I've actually only seen you really intoxicated one time.
Yeah, that's probably true.
And it was like a birthday party, and Rocket was going goo goo da da. He was acting like a baby.
But you really don't come on the show to get drunk, so it's not like
No.
I do.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
That's why I'm here.
So, all right. Well, anyways,
it's interesting though. It's interesting to see what people like what they enjoy, and what I think is crap, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. It's just a weird thing. I don't know. I don't know what's good. I guess after 10 years, I don't know what's good on the radio, I guess.
Yeah, you'll get there soon enough, sir.
I hope so.
Here's another one from Steve. Another call.
What up, shit stains? Stephen C.O. here. Just calling to say I just finished listening to the July 11th show, and that shit is fucking hilarious. One of the best shows I've heard in a long time.
You see what I mean?
Yeah, I know. I hear you.
Yeah.
That's the Kieran dyed his hair show.
Yes.
Great. That was a good show.
Yes.
It up to the Midwest around Chicago.
Oh, and I think that was also the day Tabitha called in, which was
hit me up. I haven't checked the board to see if those pictures are up, but I don't think there's a smut section anymore, which I was all about. Anyway, keep up the good work. You guys fucking suck.
Oh, we got a call coming in. That was nice from Steve. So here's a call coming in. Hold on, we're gonna answer the conference. Caller, what's your name? Where you from?
Hey, it's Wiggles.
Wiggles.
Hey,
Wiggles. What's up, Andrew?
Hey, what's going on?
Wow, look at it. There's like all these people, and he just
Kieran?
goes, "Hey, what's up, Andrew?"
Yeah.
Just bypass everyone else.
How are you, Wiggles?
Thanks, Dick.
Wow.
I said Kieran, and I said Rock.
Hello.
Hey, where is Kieran, by the way?
He is in Arizona.
I'm tuning in right now. Oh, he's in Arizona, so he's like on my time almost. But anyways,
Yeah, I am.
hey Andrew,
Yes.
you know that guy I was talking to you about
Yes.
Oh boy.
from
Yes.
YouTube?
Oh boy.
Oh no, Andrew.
Yeah, from YouTube. Anyways, it's going to take a couple days to get his email because
Let's
I got
play
to get
Ryan
my
from
dad.
the
My dad
Valleys.
lives in Seattle.
All right, excellent.
Are you doing conference calls on our radio
Yeah.
show?
What is
Yeah.
this shit? What is this? The business line?
Wait. We're having a meeting.
Yeah.
Kieran.
What is this?
Hang on.
Is this the corporate
we're not
conference
having a
line?
meeting, but it is official. I am talking to somebody with YouTube for Andrew. So
excellent.
But let's get back to how's it going, you guys? How you doing?
Why aren't you talking about YouTube for us? What the fuck?
Yeah.
I have to leave.
Yeah, what up with that?
You're gonna leave? All right. Well, thank you, Andrew.
Thank you, guys. Kieran, when you get back,
Yeah,
let's have a couple drinks.
No, Andrew does not have to leave.
About 14.
Chill out.
I have to go home. It's
past his
almost
bedtime.
11 o'clock. I have a half a chicken waiting for me at home.
And plátanos.
And plátanos and
what?
Rice and beans.
Andrew, why don't you just go to JFK and hop a flight out here?
You know what? I'm thinking about going to the West Coast in about 2 weeks, so it's a little too late.
You should.
Yeah, Kieran will still be there.
Kieran, you're in charge when I leave.
Oh, God.
Kieran, you're in charge. I'm leaving. Kieran's officially in charge of everything from Arizona.
Good. Let him.
I'll see you guys.
Thank you, Andrew. Have a good night.
See you,
I'll
Andrew.
talk to you tomorrow.
Thank you.
All right, Wiggles. Thanks for the phone call, sir.
Hey, wait. Are we still gonna talk?
Wait, Wiggles.
No, we're not.
Well, what? Did you hang up on him, Rock?
Yeah.
That's
what happens. Well, that's what happens when you do a corporate call on our dime and time and.
Yeah. Don't waste our airtime with stuff you're talking.
We're trying to end early, guy. Let's keep it going.
Yeah.
Ryan.
Trunk calls?
Yeah, Ryan from the Valley. Do you know Ryan from the Valley? That's another new name to me.
Yeah, no, new listeners popping up all the time, Rock. I don't know.
Kieran.
Go ahead.
Ryan from the Valley, you suck. Hey,
I
I
like
just
this
wanted to
guy.
call and drop a line. Listen, you guys, still every week. Love the show. By the way, Fat Kev is still fat and he still fucking sucks. So bring Fat Kev on the line and let's listen to his bullshit because Fat Kev fucking is the man and he fucking sucks. Kieran, you rock. Lunatic Radio #1.
Wow. Lunatic
that's
Radio
weird.
#1.
Fat Kev.
This is
what are you gonna
Rock,
do, dude?
Rock, this is a bad thing. I don't like getting praise because I don't think I'm doing a good job. You know what I mean? And plus the fact, what
Kieran
shows
system?
is...
Yeah,
Rock-
Kieran, are you trying to sleep with us?
Am I using the Kieran system?
You really are.
No, it's my brother hasn't been on the show for like 8 years.
Yeah.
He still gets references.
Because we always reference him. We keep him alive. I mean, even though he's not, you know.
Laguna Beach.
Yeah. So, all right. So here's a couple. Apparently, Minivan J, I guess, got bored and he decided to do some little quick.
Or admitted.
Yeah. Well, he did like some quick like stingers, I guess, for us. I don't know. Here they are, real quick.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah.
Alcohol is not something that I want to do. It's something that I have to do.
How about them apples?
Dude, that's gotta be... Save that, Rock.
I say, yeah. I'm not like you. I don't delete it. That's safe. Don't worry.
Yeah, no, I usually delete them.
Here's another one from Minivan J. Here you go.
I want to write down my deepest, darkest thoughts on paper, but I have no one to give it to, and I'm just too stoned. And I am lunaticradio.com.
Dude, save those two. Send them to me in an email. That's awesome.
You just eat up Minivan J stuff. You love it.
You just get
clever.
Minivan J has lived a life that is so out of the realm, dude. So out of the realm. He's awesome, that guy.
Were you gonna say something?
I was just gonna say, is that your new ringtone?
Yeah.
It should be, right?
Here's a random caller who he didn't leave a name. They just did a ditty, a little quick little like
I
limerick.
I thought it was P.
No. It's like a little limerick or something. There we go.
And a 1, and a 2, and a 1, 2, 3. Got a skeeter on my Peter, flick it off. Got a skeeter on my Peter, flick it off. There's a skeeter on my Peter.
That's it?
No, that was the whole. Hold on. It was the whole thing was. Here, I'll play.
Peter, flick it off. There's a skeeter on my Peter.
Ready?
Fuck.
He didn't know what to end with. That was the whole kick.
I actually want all three of those sent to my email because those are great promos right there.
All right, so this last one is a Minivan J call, and I figure because I don't have the hotties of the week thing, and I think we're pretty much done. And considering
I got a hottie of the week.
Oh, you want to say it?
Only because I remember you guys always have the conversation about hot women over 60 and
Yes.
who you like to bang.
Yes.
I saw on the cover of the New York Post, Helen Mirren. I don't know who she is. She's just 66 years old, and she looked amazing.
Wow.
Like, I would have no trouble banging her.
Wow. All right.
Dude, there's no way you're banging Hallman Mirren, dude.
Dude, have you seen the picture?
Well, no, I
Pull up
haven't,
that
but I
picture.
know who Hallman Mirren is. There's no way you're tapping that. That's
Well,
66.
Yeah, I am. I mean, if we're in the right situation, I can use the Kieran system. And
The wind's blowing right.
look, it's
Yeah.
even autofill on the.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
It's all right.
No, go to the find the bikini.
There's a bikini.
Yeah.
Are you guys looking at pictures? I can't see you
Yeah, I
guys.
know. It's all right. Helen Miller.
Oh, there you are.
Bikini.
As the boys are looking it up on the studio monitors back in New York.
Images. Helen Kieran bikini. Oh, that's it.
Is that how low our shows come? We're looking up 66-year-olds to see if they're hot or not.
I guess so. All right. Well,
Tell me that's not.
I can't
Tell me
see
she
it,
doesn't.
Simon.
I'm not talking to
Well,
you.
Yeah, it's. I guess for a 6-year-old woman. Yeah, I get it. I get what you're saying. I hear you.
She's got definition.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Look up Helen Mirren bikini whenever you get a chance. That's the interaction we do with this radio program.
That's my hottie of the week.
Look it up in your free time.
It's actually my hottie of the century.
Absence going with Rachel. So, what I'm gonna do to end this show is it's like a 3-minute Minivan J rant. So I figured we end the show.
We're just gonna play cold and just leave.
Yeah, it's gonna be it. I think it should be a little different for the show. So again, I guess just to wrap up everything, we learned about the K.I.R.A.N system, and we learned that Kanye feels like he's like Hitler.
And Jose Reyes, awesome.
In a word, awesome.
If I can chime in here, I say the first segment was kind of rough, but then we got used to the difference in time and the little delay we had there with the audio. But I think the rest of the show actually picked up well, and I think Simon and Andrew did a fine job. Rock, you did a good job holding it down, and I look forward to getting back there and listening to some of that gathering of the Juggalos audio. It's going to be pretty good. We're going to have a good fall season, I think. After Labor Day, we'll start kicking some ass. All right, so we'll play the Connecticut J call, and we'll see you guys next week on the lunaticradio.com show.
Kieran, you got anything planned for next week's show yet?
No, I'm working.
All right. Slow down.
I'm making a demo, guys.
We're going to do the demo next week on the show.
So perfect.
So, Simon, thanks for coming down.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks to Andrew for coming down. Thanks to Kieran for deciding to take some time out of his vacation to join us on the program. Thank you to Roxanne Shante.
As always, one love.
One love, yes. Thank you to all the listeners who put up with this. And we're going to leave you with this little bit of cringe. This is Minivan J. He went off on a little bit on a call. Enjoy your week, people. Spread the word about the radio program. Leave a review on iTunes. Tweet about us. Leave a Facebook message.
MySpace, still perfectly valid.
Fair enough, sir. Thanks again, everybody, and
Google
thank you.
Plus it.
Google Plus it, yeah. Join the legions of 8 on Google Plus. Yeah. All right. See you next week, folks. Thanks again, and this has been lunaticradio.com. Bye.
All right, guys. Here's the deal, man. This is Minivan J speaking. Just in case you didn't recognize my voice. I don't even want to call anybody. I mean, I do want to call people. Hey, you know what I really want to do is call my counselor. I had a counselor for quite a few years. I haven't seen her since, like, I don't know, it's been like 8 or 9 months since I've seen her. I want to call her, but I don't fucking want to call her. I'd rather call you guys because I want the feedback. I probably won't really get much, but I've been, the situation with me and Mrs. Minivan. You know, the little baby that she had is like a year and a half old. So, I mean, it's a year and a half. And you guys don't have kids, so it's kind of hard to understand. But all right, so I love this baby that my wife had with some other dude. I have 2 kids with her that are 10 and 12 or 11 and 13. They're pretty close to that. They're somewhere right in there. And I've been out of here for like 4 months, and I don't, there's just like, she just like bugs the shit out of me. because she's kind of mental, but I don't think she can help being mental. She's not like retard, like, you know, I want ice cream. You know, it's not like that, but she's a very difficult person to be around. And I really want to, do I really want to, that's the question. That's the reason I'm calling, is do I really want to be here to be here, or do I want to be here to have a family? You know, it's like, you know, your listeners, you know, yeah, we're a bunch of, you know, stoned alcoholics and shit, you know, we're all burnt out and shit, you know. But, you know, it doesn't mean that we don't have feelings, you know what I'm saying? Fucking A. It's weird. It's a weird situation, man. And I don't know, man. Just, fuck. All right. Take it easy, guys. I just want some feedback. Do I really want to be here? You know what? I've been free for fucking a while. You know, I've been out to the bars, done this shit, you know, hung out with this person, hung out with a person, and fucking don't really, I'm not into it. I just, when I'm here, I like being here. But kind of like at the same time, it's like, fucking, hey, just, oh, what the fuck, you know? But is it really like, what the fuck? I don't want to be here. It's just like, I'm very frustrated tonight, man. Very, very frustrated. I got all kinds of shit in my personal life. Not going off the wall. I'm not getting sent away again. Been away, I don't know, like 5, 6 times probably. You know, in the last 2 years. Years been away, you know. It's not like I've been away 5 or 6 times in the last few months, you know. It's just it's been a long time. Just spurred out and changed a couple of my, you know, the shit that I do, and it helped me out. And stopped taking some of the meds, and it's feeling a lot better, but at the same time, kind of still in a really awkward position. But I just don't really feel like killing myself anymore, so it's really weird. All right, man. Just take it easy. All right.